volume 16. After we left the portal, we ended up in an area known as the Crossroads, quite a good distance from where we had previously been adventuring. Once arrived, we noticed that the population was significantly more diverse. And in general, the area could be described as an eclectic bazaar. We did some shopping, and we came in contact with a local boss who was an honorable genie. We contracted with him to rescue his daughter in exchange for papers that would allow us free passage. And then you're just going to insert random date, just pull it out of your butts.
Okay. Date.
That's what they wrote literally on it, or it just says bird sound in it. But like,
All right.
I'm coming back in, by the way, because I think you kicked me out when I brought up Talia because I think I had both of them
Yeah, you
or
did.
something. Yeah, but no, I got kicked out, so I'm coming back in.
I kicked you. I kicked you out because I deleted one of the Talias.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
I get you.
Okay.
The music was great.
I was just dying the whole time.
I know. I saw you laughing about it.
So do you remember who were you supposed to rescue the daughter from?
It was like a rival gang leader guy.
Okay. This is
You're like,
all
okay,
because
cool, sounds good to me. Yeah.
yeah, no. It's like okay. So all right. So while you're at it, you're still in the town. So if you want to do anything like which is considered time off, um you can do it right now.
I
Time
was
off
doing a job.
includes you were doing a job. What type of job?
Like I was working in a store.
Wait, were you? Oh yeah, I remember.
It's like my notes. I took a couple notes and it's like notes of what to do next campaign when we start. And I have 3 things on there. The first one is talk to and befriend the goblin who I'm working with. The second one is to find out secret places and events from the shopkeeper, which is why I was working the job.
Right.
And then the third is to get paid.
Hell yeah.
All right. You wanted to huck Tua, the goblin?
No, I
what the
wanted to
fuck?
talk to.
Oh, talk to. I literally heard
Oh,
I want
talk
to
to
huck
her, yeah.
Tua. And I'm like, that's
It's very good that you in deinstalling social media. I'm telling you, this will be
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah.
Oh.
give him time.
Ah.
Oh God, but
Also, that's such an old meme. Maybe you should get back into it to know what's relevant.
Not actually. Haley Welch is getting more irrelevant again because she's irrelevant now, which is even more funny.
Oh
Okay.
no!
Just let me
no
know when
one's
she's
making
doing another rug
talk
pull.
to jokes at school anymore. I can tell you that much.
Mhm.
No, I know. So, it's yeah, okay. It's an old meme. Fine, guys. It's like a year ago. It's not like that long ago. Anyway,
That's old as far as memes
I'm,
go.
I'm
Been on the
trying to
internet lately?
I'm trying to escape real life here. Okay.
all right. So, you were working at a shop. So anybody else wants to go like cage fighting? Those are, or object crafting, or simply like make connections within this beautiful world.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
some of that would
actually,
be
there
fun.
was one thing that I was wanting to do. I didn't really have time right at the very end of the session last time. Was I wanted to see if I could find a place where other Arakocra hang out in this city, because I noticed that there are other people from the plane of air.
Yeah, actually, there's plenty because you know that jinns are technically from the plane of air.
Yes, yes.
So this is kind of like you. It's kind of weird
Muy
because
bien.
it uh, feels like very much like this is like as you walk through the streets, you literally realize that there's like people from all planes. Like there's like literal like people from the plane of fire. Like you see them like uh, um uh, oh my god, I am blanking on the name.
Well, I mean, I noticed like we were dealing with a Jin, and then saw an Ifrit previously.
Yeah,
So like I figured this is pretty much like a melting pot.
yeah, this is so
Not
yeah,
as much of
it's
a
not
melting pot as the fire plane, though.
Thank you.
Couldn't resist.
hold on. Okay, this should always be in like loaded. Okay. So there's it's not very difficult for you uh to find the anybody wants to go, by the way, anybody wants to go with bird sound?
Where
Yeah,
are you
I
going,
think
Kenberto?
since Strick wants to find out a little bit more about Strick's past, and other people from the plane of air might be, you know,
A
would
good so
good
basically
start. So Strick would like to tag along, if possible.
okay. So basically all the birds, all of the avians
All
are
the avians.
okay, cool. We get it.
I think. I think. So wait,
Racism, but cool this time.
I do want to make sure. So we're because what we did last time was we talked to a Jin. We're doing some off time stuff right now. We need to try and get someone back later, right? Um, I think though, one here because Nillis is definitely excited about all the cool tech that she's seeing and all the cool things around here. Do you think she's gonna go to the library though, as well, to maybe pick up some other information about stuff going on around here? Plus, I have library access. It makes sense. It's a new area.
Okay. Uh so all right. So it's not very difficult to find where the Aarakocra and all of and other avians
All the other
um,
avians.
and all the other avians gather. It's actually in an area in the area that you see called Clearside, which is a little bit of a shanty town.
Okay.
Like it's like outside of the main walls, right? And it's you see that where within the walls the like there's actual palaces made of stone and woods and like sand and actual building materials, whereas
Clearside,
like
yeah.
in Clearside it's like tents and like the few walls that are there are for the most part like made of wood and like tin. There's but there's a lot more. There's a lot like if you thought that the center of the city was kind of like a melting pot, this is almost the opposite of a melting pot. It's like there's mostly people from one plane, mostly people from the
Mm.
plane of air. Um, and you walk around clear sides, and essentially you see a bunch of Aarakocras and Ifrits and um, all sorts of Genasi, air Genasi, and you finally um, reach a you finally reach the Whisper, which is a bar, um, and you walk
I actually
into
love that name, by the way. That's a great bar name,
the Whisper.
especially for a D&D based one. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Shut up.
and you reach the Whisper, and basically, as soon as you reach the Whisper, you walk in. Um, classic, like it feels like a classic bar, except the clientele is mainly Aarakocra. And at the end of the room, you see a very beautiful for Aarakocra standards, a very beautiful.
Wow. More
Huh?
racism and
For Aarakocra
Aarakocra misogyny
standards?
now.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Well,
Aarakocra misogyny.
I don't usually want to fuck birds, so I don't know what birds consider beautiful. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay,
Don't give
misogyny
Lindy a
is
hard time.
okay.
Lindy's
Women are
just
not
trying.
just to be
Lindy's
fucked.
just trying
Okay.
to help a lesbian girl out.
So there's this beautiful Aarakocra bard. She is kind of like what you would the her features are kind of aquiline, so she looks a little bit like an eagle. She has these beautiful like white wings, and she is playing um a song which to most people from the material plane would sound extremely dissonant and almost screechy. But you know,
But we're birds, so
but to you sounds like melodious and beautiful. Okay.
okay.
What do you want to do? Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
so this wouldn't have come up before because we've mostly been hanging around with people from like the material plane, right?
Yes.
But people who frequently come back and forth between the planes might recognize me through association with my famous sister and our somewhat famous temple.
You're somewhat famous what?
Our temple,
Okay.
because we are a monastic sect.
Yes.
Our my sister is a somewhat popular astral body monk.
All right. So that's great. Um, that might give you advantage or disadvantage depending on who you talk to in your like persuasion and but as far as you notice, like except for maybe like a couple of looks, like a little bit of oh, you know, like you don't nobody comes and talks to you directly. They look at you. They look at the little owlin that's next to you, but um, they don't actually like
So they don't initiate contact.
you know they don't initiate contact. Yes.
Okay. So I would like to walk up to somebody who is obviously doing the whole furtive glances thing, and try to approach them for conversation.
Um, sure. So you approach one of the patrons. Um, this one looks okay. So you see this particular one. He's obviously an Aarakocra, but like he has like his feather kind of gather around his neck, and then he has a long neck, and like he looks a bit like a vulture, basically, right,
Mm.
or a condor,
Okay.
and very tall, very lanky. He is dressed in what looks like a like he is dressed in in armor, you know, like heavy armor and like clad with swords and you know, you notice that he has a big scar uh, on like underneath his eye, and you you approach him. He looks at you, and in your language, it's like, "Can I help you?"
Okay. So yeah, I will be replying in. Just assume that when I'm having the conversation, I'm speaking in Orin with him.
This is another, yeah, this is another thing that you notice. Uh, Nobody speaking common. Like around you, you hear the buzz is mostly an Orin.
Yeah, yeah. So just
Ha.
unless I say otherwise, I'm
That's
speaking. Lauren.
unfortunate.
Oh, does
No, they can't.
Strig not speak Orin?
Strick does not speak Orin. Strick did not grow up with Aarakocras or other people from the plane of air. Strick just hears a lot of birds chirping. So, yeah.
I mean, that is essentially
It's
what Orin would
nice,
sound like to you.
but-
It's like birds like yapping at each other. So I try to adopt like a peaceful posture, and I look at him and I say, "You appear to recognize me."
Sorry, just needed to warm up the dice.
I think they needed a warm
Like-
up.
Sorry, guys.
Are you?
I'm making sure the board's warm. There we go.
I love that the suspicion with dice goes over into like the virtual realm as well. Like, oh no, these dice are bad. These are. Oh, I gotta get my
Are
lucky
you-
dice and gotta roll out the bad numbers.
They have
So
more
silly.
than one set of dice because if they
It
roll
is
bad,
silly,
I quarantine the
But that's
dice.
part of the fun, silly luck about it, though. They're my
It's
silly
so-
little
I-
rocks,
and
okay?
for me, that's
All right,
so
Laura was trying to talk though.
silly.
So
Sorry.
he's like, well, I know who you are. You
Oh,
are part of that, cult, so to speak.
We do not view
What are you
ourselves
doing?
as a cult.
Sorry, what?
We do not view ourselves as a cult. We're merely a monastic tradition.
Nobody in a cult sees themselves as a cult. But what are you doing? Actually, what he says to me, the exact word that he says is like, that's exactly what somebody in a cult would say.
That's what they all say.
He's
You
like,
could say it's a
"What
cult
are you doing?"
classic. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Does Strigg say it in say
No, Strick does not understand.
please.
Strick does not. It's all chirping. It's all orange
You're
chirping.
right. You're right. Fair enough.
That was Dubsy. Continue.
You are so he says, what are you doing on this side of the portal?
I was ripped from our home plane and placed into this one by a botched ritual.
From the plane of air. I don't speak their language. I never grew up.
A botched ritual, you say?
I just heard chirping.
Who conducted the ritual?
I'm not sure of their name, but it is a cult that has been kidnapping and sacrificing poor creatures.
Huh.
We have information that would say that they operate here within this city.
Here, within this city, he is definitely intrigued. He's like, very like he is like completely like you can see like he's starting to think. It's like, well, I don't know of any cult that operates within the city, but then again, you're here. But if I were you,
wanted to say hi though, real quick.
hi girl, hi girl, meow.
Yeah, show me pretty face.
Okay, so he's like, if I were you, I would go and talk to one of the oracles. They might know something more.
And where would I find them?
Oh, well, the oh, hold on just a second, because I have all of my notes here. It's called the House of the Living Glass. It's in the docks, and there you can find people who know things, and they have contact with the plane of air and with all of the other planes, and also, like, of course, like divination powers. If you are looking for something, anything, or someone, that's where I would start my search.
I bow and I say, I thank you greatly for your help.
He looks at you. Roll for persuasion with disadvantage.
Ooh.
First roll of the session.
Ooh. Okay. Ah. Just a second. No, where do I...
Okay, I'm back.
dang it.
You open your character sheet. Yes.
There it is.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Congratulations.
And then
Alright.
persuasion is +1, so 16.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, that's because I warmed up the board.
He's warmed up to you. He's
Huh?
warmed up to you, and he's like, "My name is."
What?
And,
My name is
Um,
Another Bird Sound.
Yeah.
yeah. He's So hold on, Strig. You clearly hear something like this, which is something that they have not been talking. Like, and
Okay.
you kind of figure out that must be somebody's name, because he pointed at himself. So it's like you figure that, like,
Okay, what
and,
name again? Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't write that down. Okay, got it.
Well, his, and he's like, he's warmed up to you. He looks at you like you're with less diffidence than at the beginning, and he's like, well, if you ever need help or an extra sword, you can come to the Whisper, and I might help you. Okay.
Did
So
he
that's,
say that to not in common, right? That was still to
yeah, that was still
Bird sound.
to bird sound. Yeah.
Okay, so before
Just
it
checking.
like slaps away to like another character, so that way other people can also have fun, I would like to.
Oh.
I would also like to try to make a note, because I notice that Strig isn't understanding a single word that any of us are saying. I want to
Yeah.
try teaching him a little bit of Orin.
Do you? But do you like? Shouldn't you roll for that? Because you don't know. Like, how do you see that?
Okay. All right.
I want to know how
Both
you
of
see
you.
that.
Well, roll for perception.
Okay. It didn't. That sucks that didn't land in the tray.
Because Strick has not said a thing. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well,
But
fair,
see,
fair.
Strig's
Confusion
puzzled
and bird.
face. Actually, you should even
that
roll
is
with
a total
advantage,
of-
because you can recognize.
Okay, well, it
words.
doesn't matter. That was a total of 20.
Yeah, so you totally understand, like, that he is completely like
They.
blank. Like, what the fuck is going on? So now I need you to roll for both of you, both
Oh, boy.
Strig and Bird Sound, roll for intelligence.
Oh wait.
Bird Sound,
Intelligence.
you roll with advantage.
Did I roll?
That's good. My intelligence is -1.
Wait.
Not a very smart bird there.
But you're rolling like killer.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Told you I warmed up
So-
the board.
So
Hi,
Strick,
baby. Oh, little
you
girl.
can now understand basic sentences in Orin.
Cool.
Like you're not capable of, like, you have the vocabulary of maybe a 5 or 6 year old.
Cool. Nice.
That's
pretty good.
fast.
I'm gonna use that for sure.
I mean,
Like,
hey,
that's better
that's not
Orin than
most-
I have in German so far. So
Yeah, hey, that's
That's
more
like
than
my
most people who
Japanese
speak
level.
America.
So
This
All
is
right.
more second language knowledge than most Americans have. Okay.
Oh
where
yeah.
are
What
you,
that is.
Talia? Don't use it.
No, sorry, I was just clicking buttons. It already had an inspiration on it, but I didn't know if she could have one. I was like, that's weird.
Technically, yeah, she can't.
Okay,
can.
yeah, I can take it.
Is
Fair. I didn't
Oren?
know what that
How is
was.
Oren written? Just Oran?
AURAN.
AURAN, yeah.
Can you
Okay.
take off the thing that says lamp or light on me? Again, I was playing with buttons. I was just testing things out.
Why are you an asshole? Okay, sorry.
I'm not an asshole. I'm trying to use the system that you give us the most efficiently possible. Thank you.
Yeah, like an asshole.
Oh,
Fuck,
Shut up.
This is the equivalent, the digital equivalent of stacking your dice into a tower while the other players are taking their turn.
That is not true. That is so ridiculous.
It's so true.
It is so not. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm looking at all the
Transfer,
buttons and
I
things.
bet that it, yeah, I'm gonna effects. Where are the effects?
Yeah, it was
FX.
under FX.
Yeah, just gonna.
FX has the movies. Thank you.
Okay, so who wants to go next?
Why not me? Go to the library.
You play with that shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. Dear Lord. Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Mhm.
Go ahead. So, what do you want? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
So I was
do you
gonna say,
want
is there a library around here? Are
Oh,
we
the library.
only in the clear side? Yeah.
No, you're not on the clear side. You're not on clear side. You're still in the main city, like within the walls of the city.
Okay, so we are
Uh,
in the walls. Okay. Oh, that's right, because
Yeah.
we portaled inside, so.
Yeah, you literally portaled in the market. Like the image that you see as a thing, as a
Where it says
basic
market.
map.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the market where you portaled in.
What part?
Huh?
You can ping it. You can ping it. Where?
Oh yeah, it's like here basically.
Okay, cool.
So
Cool.
that is the kind of like the center. Where it says castle, you see like there's an actual palace.
Right.
And there's that cross there. It's a building that looks kind of like you know, the buildings that are in, you know, that building, the Kremlin, basically the
Yeah. The one with
yeah.
the little
The
nipples.
onion head.
yeah, with the big bubbles. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
It's
nice way of thinking it.
They're onions.
Hmm.
yeah. That there's a building there that has that type of like Eastern thing, and it's
Yeah.
a temple. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you go to the library, and the library is attached to the temple.
Okay.
The temple is
Red flag. Sorry. I'm
What?
kidding. I'm kidding.
The temple is an interesting thing, because it's the first time that you see something like this. It's not a temple dedicated to one god.
Right.
It's kind of a poly-religious type of. It's a pantheon, right? It's
Yeah.
like it's a polyreligious temple.
Yeah, they have multiple temples. It's kind of like talking about Baldur's Gate again. The place in Baldur's Gate that's called like Tabernacle.
Spoiler,
the Stormstorm
spoiler,
Tabernacle.
spoiler. I'm not for spoiler.
It's just a sanctuary.
Dude, the game
Spoiler,
came out, like, in
spoiler, la la la
2022.
la.
Heck
La,
no.
la, la, la.
So yeah, it's kind of like that. It's you walk into the temple, and you see that there's like all of these statues of gods you recognize very well, right? And some of them are like very very dark, very evil gods, and some of them like are pretty normal, like gods of harvest and you know, gods of thunder, like very very normal gods, and then like gods of like human sacrifice and shit. And at the end, in the last one, like the last one, it's there's an altar, and there's an altar and a pedestal, and there is no statue on the pedestal.
Okay.
And there's like a few people that are praying in front of the statue.
Right. Okay. So that you're giving it to me now?
Well, yeah, or you can keep going and go towards the library.
So okay, that's what I was curious. So we go in and
well, you're gonna have to ask for access to the library. It's
well, yeah, but yeah. So we walk in through the sanctuary part.
Oh, by the way, is anybody in with him? With her, sorry.
Her. I don't think anyone is, unless Brickton wanted to come with me. Brickton.
I was considering it. I have. Actually, I'll join along, and then I'm gonna branch off eventually.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Because I'll go to the library, and then I do want to check out something in the library. So yeah.
So, why don't you?
Yeah. So we go through.
Check,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Why don't you give me a religion check?
Okay, both of us.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or one of you with advantage.
Okay. Hold on, I'm getting to it. Religion.
Who has the highest
Okay.
one? Who has the
I have-
highest one?
I do probably.
I'm +3.
I'm +6
Okay.
All
So
right.
roll with
with advantage. Sorry. Yeah, I know.
So interesting. I would have tipped.
I know it is. I was thinking I didn't, but I forgot that I actually have high religion.
yeah.
But not a great
So
roll though.
you recognize this this religion, that this god that they're praying at without the statue is the is the unknown one. That represents all of the things that are not covered by other god, and
Okay.
it is in some cultures kind of like akin to the god of death, because
Okay.
it's everything that is unknown.
Okay.
So that is, you recognize that they're praying basically to a god of death.
Gotcha.
And you recognize the colors of the, like, there's a couple of people who are like regular faithfuls, to say, there's also people praying at other statues, but like regular faithfuls, like regular people that are in the temple just praying. And then you see that there are a couple of people in
Unfaithful?
like monastic outfits, if you will, like they are dressed like religious people. They're dressed like with tunics and
like monks and
displaying.
you say eunuchs?
Tunics.
Okay, I was like with eunuchs, and I'm like, okay, that's an assumption. Weird to bring up, but okay.
Yeah,
I
you
can tell
wouldn't
people
you wouldn't
genital
see that.
looking.
You would hear that. You would not see that.
You
Yeah.
would hear that they're eunuchs.
Yeah, eunuchs talk
There's
like
a-
that. Because
That's not how that. I hate that's a thing.
I'm
That's not how
I
joking.
don't
it
like the
works.
path we're
I'm
going
joking.
By the way, okay, hold on. Has anybody seen that Ariana Grande sketch where she plays a castrati?
Yes.
did not.
Oh,
Oh my
plays
god.
what?
Huh?
Okay,
Plays what? You said plays a something. Plays what?
Plays a castrati.
Okay.
Castrati is like those singers in the like
Oh, okay.
1600s that
Gotcha.
that were castrated before their
Oh,
voice dropped.
Gotcha. Yeah,
They
before their
had-
voice drop. Gotcha.
Yeah,
I know
so
what you're
they-
talking about now. Oh, I saw that too. Yeah. It's just like, oh,
Show
like
them,
that, or
show them.
whatever, like,
It's like no, not like that. Just sing.
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, basically, if you want to gain access, you're gonna have to speak to one of the monks that are here.
Okay. And what's the god's name, or what would they say to each other, like, like, peace be with you, or anything like that?
Oh, they
May death
say
have your favor. Like,
no. They say, may you know. That would be
May you
that.
know?
That is may you know.
may you know. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Millis leads the way as she does confidently. I do love that about her. And she goes up to one of them, says excuse me, and says, may you know.
You okay?
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. Start it off. Yeah.
So you pick just a random one with
Can
like
I
the
do a perception on them to see if there's like any type of like leader or like higher ranking one?
Well, you don't need a perception check. You just you just notice that there's somebody that has like vestments on, like that are like with particular, like with your religion check, you can already kind of understand, so yeah,
Sure.
there's somebody with vestments and finishes on his tunic that are like a little bit more rich, and everybody has
Go on.
finishes that are black, and this person has red and gold. So you obviously see that is the main guy, so to speak.
Mhm.
It's you see them, and they're I'm just gonna. Is it human? No, it's a drow. It's a drow, and yeah, it's a drow, and they're like, it's weird because you can't really tell whether they are a man or a woman. Their head is completely shaved.
I don't know what to
And,
do in that situation.
Huh?
I
No,
said I
it's
don't know what to do. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna ask them their pronouns now.
and they're about like 5'5", not very tall, for a drow. And they look at you
Yeah.
as soon as you approach them, and is like, "Sister, may you know."
And then I'm like, well, I introduce myself and ask for his name. I go, I'm Nillis. I'm new in town. No, I'm thinking of the John Mulaney skit. I'm new in town. I'm new to the area, and I was curious about gaining access to your library. I'm a scholar from fuck, can't think of the name now.
Alden.
No,
Yeah,
what? No,
Alden is where
Thalden.
you.
Oh, Thalden. No, Thalden. Yeah, sorry, I thought you said something else, Kat. I thought you said like Baldwin, like Baldurin. Baldurin's beard.
Brickton?
Yeah, Brickton. No, yeah, Thalden. From the Thalden Academies, and I wanted to come out here and learn about the area and things like that.
They're like, well, we don't just allow anybody into our records. What do you want to research? Knowledge is a very precious good. And as much as
Fuck, I am so sorry. It totally slipped my mind that we were playing, and I don't even have fucking FGU installed.
Oh my god!
Time to install it.
Or wait,
Anyway, no, let's move on.
It's the day
Oh
we're
my God.
playing and you don't even have it installed. I felt bad that I had to update it when I arrived. Now I feel better. Thank
It's
you.
all good. But go ahead and
So
mute
nice.
yourself while you get ready, because we're just
yeah,
doing.
I'm sorry.
scene
My
here.
folks have been out of town all
you're
week, and I've been like fucking preoccupied with other shit.
No, understandable. Don't worry about it.
It's Fantasy Grounds Unity, right?
Yes. But yeah, go ahead and mute yourself, because we're just doing a scene right now. While you get ready, we'll do that. But
all right, so
yeah,
like,
so he's
they say
asking about knowledge.
they're not. It's like knowledge is a very important and you know, and very important and very precious good anywhere. So we don't just allow anybody that waltzes in here saying, "I am a scholar from Thalden," to access our records.
Do you not have academic allegiance with the Academy of Thalden? Because I do have library access.
Oh, okay. So what do you do? Okay.
I get that I can't see all the big private stuff.
Well, she's like, oh, wait. The Academy of Thalden? Do you know... Wait, sorry.
Are you looking up my my ward's name?
No.
Oh, okay.
Do you know... Greta Everard?
Let me roll some dice real quick and see if I do.
Roll for history.
Thank you.
Rolling.
Got a +6 on that too. Yeah.
Greta Everard is not a name. You know that this person does not exist for 100% sure. Like you're 100% sure. So, roll.
I feel like it's probably a test then.
Yeah. Roll for insight.
Insight. This, unfortunately, I don't have I only have a +1. Oh, okay, that's better.
Yeah, it's most likely she's testing you.
Okay. I'm just thinking about what to say. The only Rita Everhart that I know is when I would occasionally change my name at the bar for some fun, but no, there's no Rita that I've ever met at Thalden Academy during my time there.
All right, well, it installs these updates. I gotta go and fucking try to get my dog to eat this goddamn pill. I'll be right back.
It sounds good.
Your dog to eat what?
A pill. It sounds like they're sick.
I heard that the dog to eat a goddamn bill, and I'm like,
I heard that first too.
Wait,
That's
does that
awesome.
work?
I
Does that
got
work in
but
Does that work in
So-
America?
Go for
Can you just say your dog ate your taxes and that works?
No.
my dog ate
Yeah?
my homework.
Yeah. Okay.
so you see you see the Seaware, which is the name of the drow.
Okay.
Say
What's a C
like
word?
their Seaware. It's
Oh,
called
sorry.
spelled Seuare. Seaware.
Beware.
They're
Beware the
Yeah.
C word.
Beware the seaware.
uh, they're like, huh? Well, all right. You are.
I should have pulled out like a library access card from Thalden, like Thalden Academy library access card. That'd be
Yeah,
funny. Something like that.
you could have totally done that, and I would have.
Yeah.
So, he's they're like, sure. So you are legit. Well, you have access to the main rooms of the library. So you go in, and what do you look for?
I
You-
go,
you
awesome,
walk
thanks.
in.
I just passed right by her. Is what I do.
Do you have
So
the
you
guest
walk in,
pass? Am
she's
I
like-
able to
they're
join?
like-
I'm guessing.
Sorry. They're like pointing at a door that's a little off to the side from the altar. It's a big door. It's bigger than a regular like 6-foot door. It's like maybe like 8 feet tall, and it's with in dark cherry wood. And you open it, and as soon as you open it, you walk in, and it looks like it looks like a library, obviously, but what is interesting is that there are lamps that are just like, it's not illuminated by torches or like oil lamps. There's just these little bluish flames that kind of float around and keep moving around the library, and they are like illuminating different areas of the library at different times.
Mm-hmm.
They're like
Okay.
little fires that are floating around.
Little fires floating.
And there's about the library is pretty big. It's like one big hallway, and there's like a few other hallways that go to the side, but like there's one big hallway, and there's like a full 3 stacks high.
Okay.
What do you look for?
I think what I'm looking for. I mean, obviously, I think I'm looking for a lot of stuff like mechanical stuff, well, like because I'm an armorer, but also like the like spider and stuff that we saw, the mechanical one when we first got here. I wanted to do more research on like weapons and like robotics, arcane robotics and stuff.
Okay. Do a history, or hold on, let me double check one thing. Do an investigation check for me.
Okay. Could be better, but I'll take a 12.
So do you have okay, so you find quite a bit on robotics, like you have now knowledge of
Ooh.
where to find the you have now knowledge of where to find materials so you don't find, so because of your role, you don't find anything you do not theoretically know. Okay?
Okay.
Stuff that you already like knew in theory. Like, oh
Right.
yeah, about this, like it's not like terribly
Sure.
foreign to you. You also know now where to find those materials.
Okay.
You know prices of those materials, and you have like a blueprint on how to go about building a automatons and
Oh.
like automatons and like other bits of armor that can do shit, like that can automate
Okay.
certain.
Okay, cool. So I got some skills. Now I just need the parts and stuff to build it,
Yeah.
and time.
Well,
I would
yes.
imagine. But yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then Brick did. But yeah, you can let that go.
Rick,
Let
what do you want
someone
to
else
research in
go.
the library?
Yeah, so two things. The first is I want to look and see if I can't find any history on a particular island that looks like a tree.
Okay, roll for investigation.
Ooh.
Yeah. Immediately. Takes you no time whatsoever to find it. It's like you go through the first volume, and the first volume points you at the second volume, and you know the exact location of the island that looks like a tree. The island is called. Hold on. Dawnvale. And it's off to the north. It's past Thalden. You guys have the map of the continent?
Should be under images, right?
There
Yeah, I
should
have
be
it
one.
Let me do you know what it's called?
No, I'm looking for it myself, and I can't.
Because I know I've seen it. I
Yeah.
just don't know if it's loaded here necessarily.
Yeah, I am. It might not be here. No. Okay. Give me a second, and I will find it in my records. Mm, mm, mm. Nope. No, I don't have it, but I will find it for next time, and I will tell you where it is. Okay.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
But yes, you know that it's somewhere in the north. It's now you know the exact location of the island that looks like a tree, and you know that the island is populated by like orcs and ogres and lizard folk and like a lot of like the green races, green species.
I don't know if
Amongst other
I
things.
don't know if this is an up-to-date map, but I put it in chat.
Let's see it. Believe
That
that
looks like it. Looks like the one that I've seen.
Like, is it non-binary brunch?
No, it's in here.
No, in here. When you click on the chat symbol next to the voice chat symbol on the voice chat, like on the top somewhere, I don't know, next to the chat.
Mhm.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I'm getting there. On the chat symbol on the top. There we go. Show chat.
Northern
Yes, that's
races?
the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Can't believe my directions helped.
Where you
Wow.
see,
That's a first.
like that island, like that little archipelago, like next to Thalden, it's one of those islands,
Okay.
and you know exactly where it is.
Is there any indication of a elf settlement there?
Yes.
And is there
There
any
is.
indication of how to get a message to that settlement?
not that you can find. No, you don't. You can't find anything on how to get like a message through, except through A, magic means, B, magic beans. No, I'm just kidding. Magic means, or like sending physically a messenger, but it's considered a pretty remote location. So, whatever that might mean, it's whatever that might mean. It might be like a very long, like in time, as far as time, a very long process, and most likely a costly one too. I know that you wanted to look at something else.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, go ahead. No,
No.
tell me first. For if you have more to
He dropped.
if you have,
I'm connecting to Fantasy Grounds. Sweet, I'm loaded in.
Excellent.
You-
All right, 8. So you back?
How do I get my fucking character sheet open?
yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
so do you have more to investigate on
All right, yeah.
on this?
Sorry, just one quick thing, if I have time. Can I do any investigation to botany? I know I've been looking at like herbalism, botany stuff before. Anything on plagues or medicine that I could look at real quick?
You have all the time in the world, guys. Do not worry.
I just didn't know
Yes.
like if it made sense logically with how long Nils was taken as well.
Well,
Nils is
honestly,
going to take a while, I think.
yeah, Nilis's
As long
thing
as
is,
you let her, anyway.
yeah.
Nils
so,
is just buried in books. You can't even
Yeah.
see her anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, roll for
You're
investigation.
muted. Oh, I'm also muted.
Yeah, you find like again, you find stuff on botany. You with 12, you know where to find in the city where you would be able to find any type of herbal remedy and any type of herbal ingredient, but not much else. Again, kind of like you're not making any like groundbreaking discoveries, but you are fairly successful at finding like where to find the ingredients and how to craft like pretty much any potion you want, as far as like anything that is, you're not gonna be able to craft like the elixir of all powerfulness.
Okay. Because there's a particular plague that I'm looking to try to get a breakthrough on. If you
You want? Oh, okay. So this is. So you have. Okay. You don't find anything. You don't find anything that is referring to any exotic like disease.
okay,
But you're pretty sure that you saw some weird warts on Deer Twister's dick last time you guys camped.
Oh no.
And you found like a really good remedy for that.
I'll keep that for a special occasion.
Perfect.
I'll
I
keep
love that for them.
in the back of my head.
Just in case, I mean.
Dear
All
Chris,
right,
you better
I-
behave. You better behave.
By the way,
Let's
camera's
see.
staying off because my girlfriend's sleeping in the background, so that's why my camera's not on.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Kat, you want Lyral to do something.
Yeah, he's currently working a job.
Mm-hmm.
So while he's there, he's gonna like do the whatever rote cleaning tasks, inventory, whatever that he needs to do, or like he's
Mhm.
expected to do while he's there. But his main purpose is to he's going to listen in as much as he can about like the store owner and any patrons coming in to find out about secret places, and also befriend the goblin who is already working there and try to
Okay.
recruit the goblin to whatever the group was called that we're working with.
Gordonians.
What was that?
The Gordonians, you mean?
Yeah, them.
Okay, cool. So, okay, I need you to roll for perception or investigation. Perception or investigation. Perception or investigation. Well, okay, roll for perception.
Okay. Oof.
Okay, you catch snippets of conversation. They are, for the most part, muffled. It seems quite obvious that there are like a lot of secrets within this city. Like there seems to be a lot of factions. The things that you can understand is that the place is run by a sultan,
Mm-hmm.
which is a jinn,
Mm-hmm.
and there are a lot of other factions. Like there's what was the former nobility of this place, the former aristocracy of this place, that don't really like the new jinn rule, the new jinn regime, so to speak. The jinns are keep a tight lid on magic. They're not like there is no like strict enforcement, but like some of the resources and the more powerful spells and the grimoires and stuff like that, they're kind of kept under lock and key. They don't particularly welcome like super powerful magic users, so they're a little like want a little bit of a monopoly on that. And there's also like all sorts of other factions that are more or less conformable to the various planes of existence. Roll for investigation now.
1 second. Okay, and investigation. Somehow better.
Yeah. So you know now that there is by putting together a few of the things that you heard, that you overheard, and some of the things that like you picked up from just talking around to people, you know that there are like that the city is divided in like that the people that come from other planes are usually in the outer boroughs, so to speak, of this city, in the outskirts, and that there is like a plot to overthrow the sultan by the former aristocracy. And you also find that there is a like this is fresh news, like in the day, in the last, like after a few days that you're there. you find out that at the house of what was it called? Uh, the House of Mirrors. There's something that is completely not okay. That is kind of like awry. Lastly, I would like for you to roll for a straight up. So I don't know exactly. Okay, you're gonna make friends with this goblin.
Mhm.
Why don't you give me a straight up charisma roll?
Okay. Okay.
That's awesome. The goblin really likes you. So what do you tell the goblin?
I hear wedding bells. That's what I was gonna say.
Not
If that's
that
what he
kind of
wants.
likes is what I'm going
I don't
for.
know. I don't know. He really likes you.
No, like the
The
goblin
goblin thinks I'm cool.
takes onto you very nicely.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
were friends.
yeah, you become fast friends,
Mhm.
which is when you become friends with somebody while running.
And then they became roommates.
So I'm gonna tell the goblin that we should try to stick together
you.
and that we have more power when we're united and not when we're separated.
Okay.
Solidarity, comrade.
Hmm.
Roll for persuasion now.
Okay, I'm good at that one. Even better.
After like a couple of days, he's like, I feel that I have been taken advantage.
Is this how we're gonna get a little guy?
I create like value for this guy. I put
Mhm.
my hard work
Hmm.
into this store, and he gets to reap the benefits of that shit.
And
That doesn't-
abuse you in the process.
That doesn't sound fair to me. You know what? We should totally do something about it.
You know, I've got some friends who are trying to do something about that.
Oh, by the way, you know exactly where the Gordonians are. Like as soon as you arrived, like pretty much you
Mhm.
found the local chapter. This
Mhm.
is
Of the Gordonians.
yeah, except for a little bit of surveillance on magic users. The Crossroads is a fairly liberal place. There's a little bit of surveillance, like if you're a magic user, you can expect that somebody is going to at least monitor you,
Mhm.
but other than that, they're not like this is not Mund, this is not Thalden. So sorry, oh my
Hathis?
god, Hathis, South Hathis, where it's like really like it's a really oppressive regime. Everything is very, very free, so to speak. And so you find the Gordonians pretty quickly, and the goblin is like, "Oh, I really there's people who would stick up for me."
Yeah, do you want to meet them after our shift?
Yeah.
I'm gonna introduce the goblin to the Gordonians after our shift that day.
So you go to a Gordonian meeting. It's a very informal affair.
Nice
Like,
gun axe thing.
Give him one of these. Give him one of these.
You can get that at the
I'm
meeting.
so fucking intimidated right now.
there's like you.
I'm shaking in my boots if I had boots on.
There's like they're talking. It's more of almost like a theory meeting. You read like some of the readings, some of the
I
some
mean,
of the
this guy's getting into those ideas.
some of the writings of Gordon, and they're like, he's kind of like on board with this. He seems like, oh, that sounds pretty cool to me. He's like, I would like to join forces if it can get me like a better payday at the end of the day. Obviously he is um in it for himself to a certain extent. So
A lot of people
like,
are.
yeah, so he's kind of sold on the ideas and on joining up. Are there like he's like, are there like fees that I have to pay to join?
You got to pay the DSA fee. Like,
Yeah, are there?
No, they're not. If you want to donate,
Chuck Dice, thank you so much for the sub. Anyway.
to donate for
Well, he
Yeah, if you
doesn't.
wanna donate.
He doesn't. He
Wire
doesn't
sent
have
to
Thank
to
you,
you.
Chuck
know.
Dice.
He doesn't have to know there's no fees.
No, yeah.
Are there no fees?
Also true.
Or is it like
There are no
optional fees? Like my Twitch
there
chat.
yeah, there's like, there are no fees really. There's like, you can all like, you can donate money to the Gordonians, like to the cause, but you know you personally know that the way the Gordonians finance themselves, besides donations and besides like
It's only fans.
no, besides other like endeavors that they have that are, like fundraisers and stuff like that. They also have like their shadier dealings. They deal in
Like the
contraband.
yearly sexy calendar for Gordonian
Yeah.
sexy calendar. The yearly
Yeah.
Gordonian sexy calendar.
No, but they also have like, some shadier activities. Like they have contraband. They smuggle things, which is the same thing. I just realized. So they also have, what I'm trying to say. They have like their legal affairs and illegal affairs that they finance their cause with. Obviously, they are their illegal affairs are for the most part ethically sound, or at best in a gray area.
Mhm.
At worst in a gray area.
Mhm.
There's no slavery involved. There's no like
Mhm.
shit like that. Okay. Zanak, you're in your off time. What do you want to do?
Oh, I.
Do you want to
I'm gonna
go
try
in the fighting pits and make some money? Oh, sorry. I forgot. Cat. Well, Liril, you get for roll a d6.
Nice.
Okay, this entire process of gathering information and and uh, gathering information and making friends and all of that takes you about 6 weeks.
Oof.
So it's a long process.
How much do I get paid in that time? That was the other thing I wanted to do.
Exactly. And you get 12 gold pieces.
Okay.
I'm just sleeping in a bookshelf. Like,
Well, yeah,
I know that didn't all happen in 6 weeks.
Okay. Well, actually, hold on. Why don't you all roll a d6, and I will tell you.
All right,
everybody
rolling.
or
That's the number of
Work
weeks
for me.
that it takes to gather that information. For Strig and Bird Sound, that is how long it takes you to learn the language.
Am I rolling this d6 also, or?
I
Yes,
mean,
you
you
do.
haven't done it. Well, yeah, I guess so. And when you do something, DD make a do.
So 2 weeks for basic Orin, or
Wait, did it even actually roll that for me, or? Okay, there we go.
You gotta roll it in the tray if you forgot.
So, Zanak, do you want to go and like? Okay, you can go and find some like equipment or magic equipment or shit like that. B, go in the fighting pits, which is always a good way to for somebody with your skills to make money.
Yeah, I was probably just gonna go to the fighting pits
Fight and drink.
make money.
All right. Roll.
Ooh.
Okay, so you go to the fighting pits.
Can I go and bet on him?
Absolutely.
Actually, so yeah, I follow the knock, big guy. I'm like, let's go watch him. I'm gonna pay get myself a beer and some food. And
So-
how much money do I have? Not in my personal amount. And I'll put how much do I have here?
If it's after hours, can I bring my new goblin friend to go watch too?
Yeah.
Get me there.
Why the fuck are
100%.
you forced?
So you walk into this room, and there's like these bleachers made of wood, and the fighting pit, like the ring, is actually just an area with like a floor made of dust, essentially, like of like dirt, of a white-ish dirt sandish thing. It smells. It's inside of a tent. It smells a lot like sweat and saliva.
Like a hardcore
and
show.
Kinda, yeah. And it's like, and it's very loud. There's people from all sorts of species and planes of existence. You guys take your seat. All of you.
Before it goes, I put 2 gold pieces down on him.
All right.
Puts me at 10.
To, you guys sit and you turn
I'm
around.
gonna put
There's-
one on him.
Okay.
All right. You sit and there's next to you. There's like somebody was clearly from the plane of fire. Like you see, it's like it looks like a dwarf, but it's got like reddish, glowing, like things as if his skin is breaking, and underneath it's like live magma or lava. Like their skin is kind of like
Everyone's favorite
grayish,
song.
and like underneath you can see like magma. Um, and on the other side there's like an elf. So it's kind of very eclectic. The gentleman that runs the fighting pit is a djinn. Is like, tonight we welcome all to fight against some of our best champions. And you're like, from the plane of air, it's for 197 pounds of weight, standing at 5'10".
A little different
Abu,
weight class.
the Ifrit, and you guys see this Ifrit, which is kind of like a djinn. It's a different type of creature from the plane of air, with a bluish skin and long braids on his chin as a beard. Kind of like a little stocky, but
Is it a freebie? Is that how it's spelled?
Huh?
Efreeti, a freebie?
All right, that's
Yeah.
the plural.
Oh, okay, I see.
They're a thing out of Arabic folklore. The singular is ifrit.
Gotcha.
and it's completely ripped, with like bracers, very very beautiful bracers on its arms, on his arms, and he's there. You know, takes in
Did we lose
the,
him
the
or
shouting.
me?
It's like,
God damn it, it's me.
and the challenger, Zena, dear twist from the lands in the north, the
I don't know how
Goliath,
things go, guys. We may not. Oh,
dear twister, Kalagakala. And the crowd goes wild. So why don't you give me a strength check?
I think they're having.
Oh, me. My bad. That's right. Strength check, strength check, strength check. Sorry, I haven't played 5e or used Fantasy Grounds in a million years. I just click on the
Strength. There's
Pull
a
it,
little
pull it out. Or
strength.
click it. Yeah.
There it is. I had to double click it.
So, okay, you guys see the two. It's funny because you guys rolled exactly the same. You guys see the two
okay.
fighters kind of like studying each other, and then
Okay, yeah,
they
we're back.
literally grab each other and try to wrestle each other. And
Before
then
he came out, though, I booed for him. I booed for the Ifrit. Unless, is that the one that Beer Bash is fighting or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah, you
booed.
said
I was
I'm
like,
fighting
"Boo."
the Ifrit, right?
sorry, what?
You said I'm fighting the Ifrit, right? And that's why I just rolled a strength check? Cool.
Yeah, and I booed at him and cheered for Beer Bash when it came out. And I'm like drinking beer and like eating like a corn dog or something. Just cheering him on.
That's pretty cool. And they're not. It seems like they're very well matched. Why don't you give me another strength check? Is that no? That was me. Sorry. Okay. The knock.
Oh, fucking it. Oh.
Okay.
By the way,
And
I'm still trying to get back in. I don't know if you can see
fight
that.
Is
There we
the
go.
fight is like to the death. It's really exhausting, but by very little, the Ifrit wins. Zanak is
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
He rolled a 20, dude, and he has a +3. So
Yeah, I was fighting a fucking demon. I'm not surprised.
and it's like
I yelled, "Zanak, you lost me money!"
so y'all lose one thing. Do you want to do another round with another creature?
Sure, fuck it.
I'm gonna
So,
put down another gold
like,
piece.
Me too.
So y'all lost 2 gold pieces and 1 gold
Two.
piece.
Yep.
Yeah, no, 2.
I already
2
took it off for
villas
me.
and one
Yeah.
for
Ooh.
okay.
I put
So
down another one.
after Zanak lost this one, your odds are going up, meaning that if you were to win double your money, now you win triple your money if he wins. Okay.
Right.
All right, just give me a second. I want to see one thing.
Also, depending, Cat, I may end. Can I? What is going on? Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, things are just loading super slow on my end, and I keep crashing. I might have to.
I think it's our internet.
Well, that's part of what I'm saying is like I might end stream because that way, and you can keep going, Cap, but that way, we're not taking so much bandwidth. Because I think that might be part of it. Because I keep dropping frames too, or dropping frames on the stream.
Me too.
Do you guys both try to run really high bitrate or something?
Well, no, not even that.
It's not that high.
No, yeah. Mine's standard. It's nothing like that, but and
Yeah.
we have fiber internet. We have very, very
Mhm.
fast internet. It's just either having a little bit of a struggle a little bit, and OBS and streaming takes up a ton of bandwidth, and we're both streaming at the same time.
Yeah.
So, all right. And sorry, go ahead.
By the way, what if I want to start streaming? What if I want to start streaming my games with my PS5? And
Yeah,
anybody
you can do it.
give me some pointers?
Yeah, I can give you some pointers.
Yeah.
It's not the best
yeah, I'm-
experience to stream with, but you can definitely do it.
Because what is the reason? I'm just asking.
Well, because I mean, you don't have as much to like change scenes, and I mean, you can do it from a laptop as well. But like the fact that like the camera often goes through, like you can put a camera and like an app for it to like come on, but it's not like you wouldn't be using like Chatterino or other like tools that we might use.
If
while
you want to-
streaming. You're
if
a lot
you
more
s-
limited.
Yeah.
If you stream directly through the PS5, you will be super limited. There's like capture cards, like Elgato type things
That's
you
the
can
other
get,
way.
which you can just send the signal to the PC and have like the same layout, which would be the easiest
And
way to do it.
It doesn't need to be a
But-
massive PC either. It
Yeah.
just needs to be able to stream since the PlayStation 5 is doing all the gaming.
Kat, weren't you at one point streaming through your
Laptop.
Wii? But like, yeah, but
Laptop.
playing a Wii, no, not a Wii, a Switch. I mean,
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
their
well,
capture
that's
card.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. All right. So, the Jin that is running the fighting pit introduces. So we have another challenger for another one of our champions from the plane of fire. The one, the only, the ferocious Dickie the Hellhound, and basically out walks
Dickie
this
the Hellhound.
dog-like creature, but like about twice as big as a dog, like huge, like with a big hump and like with red eyes and
What
like
the fuck?
black and a black fur, you know, and like his mouth is kind of like looks like it's breathing fire. It's not, but it looks like it, and like it's emanating this fire aura. Why don't you give me a strength check again?
He's got fire
Actually,
aura, bro.
You
Give me an
know,
athletics check.
we need a dog in our team. Kinda. Could be nice.
Huh?
You know, like a mystery gang type of situation. Just to
Oh my god.
have some dog with us.
Hey there.
Hi, Elise.
I'm being kissed. Yay.
Hi. Yay.
Be kissed. So, Zanak, can you give me an athletics check?
Athletics.
So yeah, you go and where
no.
yeah, where it's
16.
All right. so
I'm screaming for
You
beer
see
bash
stuff
still.
takes the Hellhound, like the Hellhound charges at Zanak. Zanak kind of moves out of the way and takes the Hellhound by the neck and like slowly wrestles it to sleep. And he wins. Zanak,
Hell yeah.
for this,
woo.
you get 6 gold pieces.
Hey.
For y'all bet.
Get 2 back?
You get 3. So y'all bet 1 gold piece each
Yes.
on this particular fight. So you get 3 times that. So you get 3 gold pieces.
Hell yeah. I made some money back, Zanak, so at least I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't owe me
You
any money this time,
Oh.
Beer Twister.
For the previous fight, the one you lost, you get 1 gold piece. So at a total of 7 gold pieces. You get 6 for
Nice.
winning, 1 for losing.
Ugh.
after he comes out, I was gonna be like, if I didn't get my money back, the guy, I was gonna break your legs.
There's literally like I used to like hang out around Union Square a lot for my job, and I knew all of the addicts in that area because I am me, and like all of the homeless addicts, the younger ones, they basically went, like they literally went to fighting rings in Brighton Beach for money. It's crazy. That's crazy. Like they were like, oh yeah, they give you like $200 to fight other junkies, basically.
I thought you said you were. I thought you said you knew all the like loan shark mobsters that would break people's legs over money.
Yeah, Lenny's an Italian in New York City. Of course he does.
Obviously, yeah.
The first thing that you learn as an Italian in New York City is John Gotti is my uncle. Fuck you. Those are like that's the magic words. Like fuck you, John Gotti is my uncle. Anyway, so all right. We are all off-timed out, unless you all want to do. So there's two more things. Do you want to start building an automaton or of some sort? You're muted. You're muted.
No, you're muted. No. Yes, that would be good night. If it's all right with you guys, we can if I can take some gold from the party pouch to make us an automaton. It'll be so cool, guys.
What's it gonna do?
It's gonna connect to AI.
As long as it doesn't automate my
you're
job.
building Ultron.
Well, which automatons can I create? Do I have blueprints for?
And is Ultron part of them?
Ultron.
Okay. You have blueprints for an automaton that looks kind of like you, for like
me?
For a humanoid resembling automaton, and yeah. So with capabilities of like to speak simple. So basically, it would be kind of like Talia, but with
being able to talk back.
The ability to speak simple sentences, the ability to like do very simple accomplish like simple tasks that you would with a mage hand or something like that.
Yeah, it will. It's going to be the thing carrying all our equipment and gear. And it's going to go around picking up the loot from dead bodies. Actually, I kind of love that.
Fucking Nillis out here building a slave army.
No, I mean, I was wondering if there was any of like the spider ones and stuff like that we saw before. But
Nillis, you will only be able to have one pet at a time for a while. You're only 5th level. I know. Just for.
I'll just keep with Talia for now because I might want to make that though later. That could be fun. But Talia's so useful and cute, so.
Yeah,
she's great. I mean, Talia can fly and get into small areas, so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So. The second thing is, Brickton, do you want to try to get a message to the island?
I only have 3 gold pieces. I don't think I have the finances for it yet.
All right.
How much do we have in the pod? How much is it in total?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure how much it is. How much is it? supposed to be to get the message? Was I able to pick that up? I know you said expensive. I don't know how much.
It would cost you. It would cost you like something like 300 or 400 gold pieces to get a message there. And by the way,
Oh yeah, I remember. But
100% sure that the message would get there, because
Right.
this is. Otherwise, well, you would be 100% sure if you could do it through magical means, which would entail even more research, so more time, and potentially like a higher fee for the use of magic.
Can I get a warranty?
Huh?
Can I get a
Can I
warranty?
Well, okay, so the things that you found out is that in the House of Windows, you get you would get a you would be able to get somebody who would be able to connect with virtually anybody, with virtually any other seer within the continent. So if there is a seer within the island, they would be able to talk to they will be able to send a message there.
Okay.
Also, I was gonna bring up one thing I like in Baldur's Gate is that they say Sayer instead of Sir and stuff, and has like a gender neutral version. It's something I thought was cool.
What? Sir?
And
Yeah, they say Sayer, Saer.
I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm. No, some of them will say like, "Oh, Sayer," and it's like supposed to be like a more gender neutral one. I'm guessing.
Oh. By the way, I didn't ask Zanak if you wanted to do another round, but do you?
Yeah, I'm guessing you wanted to move forward.
If I have time to, are you guys all done
Give
with
me
your
a third
stuff?
roll.
All right, sure.
Yeah.
fuck it.
You went last.
Yeah.
Athletic or strength check?
Athletics.
Skills, athletics.
The third one is an actual ice giant.
Not putting any money this time. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah,
plus-
same.
And well, actually, wow. All right. Give me another athletics. This is a very long round. Like,
I rolled a 1.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
He loses teeth.
So the first round of this is very even keeled. Like, they fight each other. This is an actual ice giant. So you see something that is like 10 feet tall. Like, it's a fucking monster. And like, Zanak is tall, but not as tall. Like, there's like a good 3.5 feet between the two. And they start, and there's like real hard wrestling, and Zanak is raging, and they beat each other up, and eventually they get broken up. There's a second round, and in the second round, Zanak succumbs to the strength of the ice giant. You get an extra 1 gold piece. You will.
They're doing the thing where they're like UFC fighting but hugging each other now. They're all worn out.
You will have to rest for 2 weeks to
He's gonna take a
recover
big
from.
nap.
Yeah.
See,
So,
what you just described my heavyweight MMA is even more fucking boring than Olympic Taekwondo is for most of for all except the last 5 seconds of a round.
Okay, so how long are we going, guys? To 1 or to 2?
We got till wait, what was our heart out? Because I think a heart out was 3, right, Beer?
Yeah.
But like,
Okay.
okay.
So yeah, we got
I
time.
gotta work at 4, and I want to have some time to get ready.
I don't have.
Unacceptable.
think I have that much material.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
If we
Just
wanna
tell me.
say
Just
his
tell me when to
thing.
fill. I got it. I can drag things out. You remember.
Oh my god.
Okay, can we take like a little bit of a break?
Okay. Sounds
Sure,
good.
I'll
I
go
can do that.
smoke.
I'll be right back.
I'm
Right.
Fair.
We'll be
Yeah.
back.
I'll go smoke a cigarette while you guys are taking your little break. Oh, fuck me, my head hurts. I stayed up way too late getting drunk and playing Path of Exile 2.
What?
And then my girlfriend wakes me up at like only after 9.
And the best like thing to go off at the moment is that bird sound like is looking to go into a place called the House of Windows, which is essentially a conclave of seers. So these are diviners. They are people with supernatural powers that this is not like magic. It's more like sorcery. You know, it's not like we like wizards. They're more like sorcerers, but their main ability is the fact that they have like the gift of vision. And where bird sound can actually look for Laura, what were you looking for?
Okay, so there's a few things that we're looking for. Basically, clues on the cult,
Mm-hmm.
and also the possible whereabouts of that Jin's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, I think it's just those two things.
Okay. So that is the main thing that you guys can go off of. So do you want to head on to the House of Windows?
I mean, that
Hey,
seems
Beer!
like
Your
the
fucking
best.
face, man!
Yeah, my girlfriend finally woke up and gave me permission to turn the cam on.
I'm back, y'all.
Welcome back.
But yeah, that
Welcome
makes sense
back.
to me. Going after the cult and the daughter.
Yeah,
So
those seem like our best way forward so far.
okay. So you go to the I'm sorry, this is gonna be a very I'm sorry. I'm sorry to Zanat, really. This is going to be a very because there's gonna be very little combat and very like
We
a
already
lot
got
of
the fights.
yeah, we already got the fights, right? So you go to the you know the House of Windows. It's called the House of Windows from what you gathered because the basically you it's called the House of Windows because these people are able to see like they are a window to all the other places in the world, right? So as sorry, the House of Living Windows, not the House of Windows. You go, and as soon as you get there, there is you notice that there is somewhat of a commotion. There are there are jinns that are surrounding the House of Living Windows, and there's like these jinns are like gathered around, and these seem to be like authority figures, and they're trying to disperse people that are gathering in the front door. You guys kind of arrive there, and these jinns are like, "There's nothing to see here. Please, leave. We're not. We don't want any snoopers, any curious Cassies. You know, like a negative Nelly, but a curious Cassie."
Okay, so are they saying that to us directly, or just to like the crowd that's in front of
They're
the
saying
building?
it to the crowd, but obviously you're in the crowd.
Sorry, I'm back. I was also just shouting somebody out in my chat.
You were shouting
Okay.
somebody out?
Yeah, meaning that's how we like shouting
Yeah,
out like,
giving
"Hey,
him a
go
shout
check out
out.
this person."
Yeah, I just shouted someone out too.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so I guess I'd try to make my way to the front of the crowd.
Okay.
Uh,
You know, you're nimble, and you know, you can make your way to the front of the crowd. You're in front of this 6'5" Jin, you know, blue skin, bald head, the whole shebang. Walking on legs, not, you know, not just floating in the air. And he's like, "Ma'am,
yes.
you can't be here."
Well, we've come to seek the aid of the seers.
Well, there has been a murder, so we cannot just let anybody in.
Ooh, let me see.
Is there any way that we can assist?
Oh my
He
god, I
looks-
just love true crime. Wait, your like relative got murdered? That's so cool.
He's like looks at the 6 of you and like 7 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Plus Talia.
You're the
who-
7th in our group chat, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know how you could help. What type of help that you could give that we cannot answer. And he crosses his arms.
Okay, so
By the way, where are we again?
I take a deep bow and I say, "My 1,000 apologies. I did not intend to imply that you weren't capable. Merely that you may desire assistance."
Roll for performance with advantage.
Okay.
I think that you're putting on a little bit of a show for him. You know, ass kissing in, and I say advantage because this man is prone to flattery.
14.
Yay! Okay, so he's like, well, why? And you also know a little bit about jinns because they're from your elemental
Right.
plane. It's like, huh? Well, maybe you can help, and maybe you could ask some question. So maybe somebody who is not one of us turns to the other. One of us.
One of us. One of us.
Might be able to get the right answers. And one of the other jinns is like, yeah, let them through. So he lets you through. You see the house of living windows is like this almost boudoir like place. There's like strong smell of incense everywhere. There's like deep red velvet everywhere. Like there's like if you didn't know that this is a place where seers live, you would think it's a brothel. And
I mean, same thing, really. You
I
think
was gonna
about it.
say, Nose comes in and she's like, a little tacky. It reminds me of my mom.
you guys know that I have a chat with one of my friends where all we do is terrible jokes about each other's mothers.
Well,
And
that's rude.
And my favorite, like my two masterpieces are I heard your mom used to play in a jazz quartet. Used to be in a jazz quartet. Oh, sorry. I misread. It's a jizz quartet. She was doing
Oh my
bukkake.
god, that's so dumb.
And the other one is
That's good though.
I heard your mom is from Rochester, home of the garbage plate, which is what I call her pussy. Sorry. Those are my. So this is like. Okay. Anyway, top tier Lenny mom jokes. Anyway, so
Your mom would
yes.
be proud.
I know. So you walk in and you see that there's like a lot of people, most of the people that are inside this house are gathered around one particular room. You obviously make your way there because that's where the action is. And you see what you see is
Sears.
a dead body.
Oh.
Yes.
You see
We wait. We
a
see
dead
the.
body.
We see a deceased seer. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Guess they didn't see that one coming. Pulls
Oh my God.
pulls off sunglasses.
Oh my god, shut up.
So you see a dead body in not a dead body, a dead body.
Mhm.
Dead bod. You see a dead body in
Sorry, wrong button. Wrong button.
in the in her room. She is wearing robes that are white but stained in red. Her mouth has been sewn shut, and you see that there's a pendant that she has, which was possibly a stone, but the stone is shattered in like a lot of pieces, and this is what you see. What do you guys do?
Okay, I would like to try to investigate the bodies, check the wounds and everything.
Okay.
Is that
roll for
investigation? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I learned nothing.
I would also like to do an investigation check, especially
Am
around
I
the
here
mouth
or am I at
because
work?
the mouth is sewn
No, you're
shut.
here. I mean, you're. I mean, I assume you're here. I assume you guys are together.
I'll do an
Yeah.
investigation as well then.
Yeah.
Can I do a
should
guidance
we
Uh,
all?
on one of
I
these?
don't. So because you're all saying you want to investigate,
Yeah.
why don't you pick one with a
I'm
high
plus
investigation?
6.
And the other
All right,
person-
Nillis
plus
it
six.
is.
the other person gives the
I
help
was
action.
gonna say.
I can
Okay.
help you,
I-
Nillis.
Okay.
So with advantage.
Oh, with advantage?
Yeah,
So I'll
because
just
of
roll
the help.
again.
Yeah, roll again.
Yeah, I'll just roll again and then we'll do it from there. Investigation.
God damn it! I hate when stink bugs get into my room and land on my fucking electronic.
Wow. So
Not the best
14.
rolls, but we can do 14.
Okay, so and your Twister gives a strength check.
What
punches
are
a
you
wall.
doing with the body? Jesus.
Bastard! There we go.
For no reason, punches a wall. Anyway, so what you find out is that this person was stabbed multiple times. And hold on, just give me a second. And that and basically stabbed multiple times, mostly at the chest. And you see that the crystal that was in the pendant around her neck has been shattered, like it seems to have been shattered on purpose. It's not just like the crystal fell.
Lenny,
Yes.
I would like, if it's possible, could I do a separate investigation because the mouth is sewn shut? Yeah, I would like to look inside there.
Why don't you? Okay, so you want to look inside the mouth?
Yeah, it's sewn shut. Maybe there's something inside. You never know.
Instead of investigation, give me a history or a religion check.
Ooh. Okay. Wait. History or religion?
Whichever is higher.
Whichever, it's the same. Your character, Kat, your character was Lyril?
Mhm.
Lyril, could you help me with this? You think that there's some, like, historical or religious significance to this? And I point to the,
You want
yeah,
me
to
to
the
give the
sewn
help
shut one.
action, or are
Do you have a
giving
better
me the
skill?
help
I would give you the help
for
action if you have a
which
better
one?
skill. For religion or
Okay.
history.
And on both of those, I'm
Yeah, you
plus
want
6.
Nillis for that?
Yeah, you want me on those things.
Like, I have,
Um,
I'm not proficient, and so
Then-
I
then
get
just
the
give me-
+1 just from Jack of all trades.
yeah,
Yeah, then just try it anyway.
with the advantage, right?
With advantage, because
Yeah,
because
I'm proficient and help, or
you're giving you your.
Yeah, with advantage.
there we go.
There we go.
All right.
looks great.
Yeah.
We'll take that one.
So there is nothing in the mouth, but your immediate.
Oh, there's no tongue in here, guys. No teeth either.
Your immediate thought is that this is part of some type of ritual, and it probably, like, the meaning of it might be something around wanting to silence this person. The reason why this person, by the way, you still haven't asked anybody
Anything
any
yet.
of the yeah, like, you didn't even know the name of the victim.
I stick my finger in there, get a little spit, and go, tastes like jam. I think he died at 3. No.
I think it's
You
a
can do that.
she. Or am I just
She.
assuming because of the dress?
It's a-
You're assuming. I can tell by her saliva, or his saliva. No,
Victim, gender
I
fluid.
look up, I go,
confirmed.
what do we know about the victim?
well, okay, so there's like 3 people that are there. 2 of them wear the same tunic as the victim, and one of them is dressed in what looks like plain clothes, or at least plainer clothes. And they are
They're ice.
whispering. No, they're whispering among themselves and kind of looking at you, and it's like, excuse me, are you, like, detectives?
I was gonna say, I wanted to do this with like magical tinkering. It would have been funny if I just do it now, but I like if I got like some type of magical like psychic paper like Doctor Who, because I wanted to be like Nillis Pitch Fuzz, PI.
Oh,
detective.
I've got the charisma skills to lie to them if we want to.
Yeah.
Do
You
we
can go
want
ahead and
to?
lie. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say,
Saying that you're,
yeah, we're detectives.
you want to tell them
We're
you're
investigating a
detectives?
crime scene.
I would like to give the help action for that.
For
Roll in
the
deception.
so they're like,
Oof. Okay.
all right,
Double
Good
sixes.
enough. good enough.
Okay.
Turns to a, it's decent, and so they buy it. They all buy it. I was like, oh, thanks. So the person
They're very smart cops.
in the person in like the more like plain clothes, like oh, thank God you're here. My name is Valoran Dusko. I am the hand of custodianship for the House of Living Windows. This was one of our seers. Her name is Yilma the Mute. She was unfortunately, well, mute, and we just found her this morning, like this, and we don't know who could have committed such a terrible action.
I would like to check if he's lying, because I feel like if it's a silencing ritual, he wouldn't perform that on a mute person, right? So this feels
mean,
like
you
this
would
person.
if it's symbolic.
Inside check the person.
Yeah, I would like that.
I mean, they could have been writing things down, so. Okay.
He seems honest. I mean, he seems like there's no,
Okay.
like, from what you can tell, it's like, well, it is like he told you that all of the things that he told you seem to be the truth.
Who is really honest, you know? Okay.
In the past
So-
few weeks, could you tell us anyone who had come to see this person in particular?
He's like, well, I know that at some point he had a secret visitor a couple of weeks ago. And I know that they had a fight. I heard the screaming through the door, but I don't know who the secret visitor was. Neither neither that or like what they were talking about.
FYI, for later, because I did double check, for magical tinkering, I can just put it on a piece of paper. And so I'm going to keep a piece of paper around just to, and it literally one of the last things says you can do. A static visual effect appears on one of the object surfaces. This effect can be a picture, up to 25 words of text, lines, and shapes. So yeah, I'm going to use that as fake credentials later.
Okay.
My magic paper.
In case my lying's not good enough at some point.
Oh, yeah, and I want to show off my fake credentials.
Oh, you can give me the help action. You can show off our credentials, and I can lie.
Mhm.
Anyway, the Valoran is like, you feel free to talk to any of our seers or any of our scribes.
Okay.
There's like, so there's two more seers, you see them, and then like the scribes are in like, there's a couple of scribes within the room, you see them there, like they have their little desks and they're literally transcribing things down from the prophecies.
Okay, and then I asked, are there any in particular that were particularly close to the victim?
The scribes, you mean, or the seers, or me?
Either one.
Well, Ilma was beloved, I can say, but you know, it's difficult to become close to a seer. They're not the most warm people, and they only speak in riddles.
Well, I mean, they are seers, not talkers.
He's like very, very clever little one.
Little one.
Yeah, why do you have a child? in your-
I'm not a child. Have you met a gnome before? I'm
He
40.
looks-
I'm
look,
40
he
years
looks-
old.
He looks at you as like, you're a gnome?
Have you never seen a gnome?
Well,
Well, actually, I mean, a lot of us like for I'm
yeah, I
usually
guess
say,
yeah, I've seen a couple of gnomes here and there, but not like a lot.
yeah, because we stay unhidden.
Okay, wait.
We
What
stay
race
hidden
is
because
Brick-
people act
what
weird
race
like
is
you.
Brickton again?
He's like, what's
Dwarf.
with the combativeness? I'm sorry. I'm
Okay,
sorry. You're
okay.
like,
So why is this person making assumptions based on height, considering that fucking 5 out of 6 of us are
He's got a
are
beard.
below average
I have a
height?
beard at least.
Mhm.
Like everyone except for Deer Twister is of a race that is particularly short.
Leorel's not
Mm.
that short.
Yeah, Leroy's normal size, like human size.
no, but okay.
Yeah, like
so
slightly
a
smaller,
dwarf,
but
a
not that
dwarf,
much.
like the dwarf is clearly a dwarf. The owlin is clearly an owlin. The other one
I
is
have
like,
I have a robot rat on me, on my shoulder, and I have like
Okay.
Yeah, a toy.
I get
You
it.
have a
I
toy.
get it. I get it.
Oh, shut up!
I get it.
Do
You're a
not
gnome.
talk
I'm
about
very
Talia
sorry.
like
I
that.
didn't mean anything by it. I am from a different time.
Oh, really? Different time, huh? Which
Time traveler?
time traveler magic?
It was okay in my time.
No?
Specifically
We got it.
1965.
Wow, I studied at Sullivan, and what I've seen, time travel
I am
magic
from
very
the
rare.
first
Okay.
attack of of Thalden.
And even chronomancers typically don't do like time travel necessarily. It's more like time warping.
Yeah. So anyway,
You know, time
I am
warping,
very sorry. I didn't mean
where you warp
anything
time.
Let's do the
to
time.
the
warp
time
again.
warp again.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, you're from a different time. I got it.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm sorry. I recognize now you were a gnome and not a young
Yeah,
child.
and-
You look
Yeah,
to be
I'm
entirely fair.
40-year-old gnome woman.
You look very youthful.
Mm.
Okay.
You gonna give me the
So-
kids menu now?
Ma'am, this is an oracle.
I look the
Please.
other way, and so does Talia with me on my shoulder. We just look the other way, and I
All
like
right.
the idea that Talia does it with me.
He says under his breath, I guess there's no saving that relationship. And he is like, well, the other seers, Yildrasil and Rodolfo are here.
Who's the one with Rodolfo? I love that.
Well,
No, I do. I love it. It's just a mix. It's like some Italian guy in Middle Earth. Like, it's
Yildrasil
and
and
Rodolfo.
Rodolfo are
Who do you think
Yeah.
made
So-
these?
Yeah, no, exactly. I know.
Greatest thing about Rodolfo is that he has a handlebar mustache and a little
course.
soul patch.
Okay.
Mhm.
And he's and Yildrasil is dragonborn female, and Rodolfo is a human male. They are the seers. Then there's the scribes. The scribes, there's like quite a few scribes around. Again, they are sitting on these kind of like tall desks with like a stool, and the desks are a little inclined, and they're like writing very very intricate little things of like very intricate little poems on these sheets of paper. What do you want to do?
I think it would be us to interview the two seers first.
Okay, which
Yeah.
one?
Let's go with that. Let's go with the Dragonborn.
Okay, you go to Yildrasil. I'm gonna write it down in the chat so you know. That's her. That's her name. And she looks at you and says, "A feather and muscle. Come to seek truth."
What?
I mean, yeah, but
I
anyway,
come up, I look, I'm like, well, that sounds interesting.
Do you? This is. She looks at you and she's like, "A feather and muscle. Come to seek truth."
Ah.
I think she wants to talk to Bird Sound and Zanak.
I mean,
Or maybe Straight.
yeah.
Yeah. Truth is
Yeah,
what we
Bertrand's like,
seek.
that's you, big guy, I think.
She looks at you a little confused and is like, she says, "The darkest point of the night is where you can find the glimmer of light. Those of you who seek answers may ask."
okay,
so
so
we have come back at night or something.
She
Are you
Maybe
looks.
it's more metaphorical.
She looks
Good,
at
because I
Strig
don't. I sleep at
and
night.
is like, and she looks at Strig and is like, "Words are like feathers. None of them equal to the other.
Okay.
Thy words may be misconstrued. Let lakes pass through."
I was just messaging Leo. I turn in and talk to Leo in Elvish.
Okay. So we don't have to come back at night.
so I stroke the bottom of my beak in a sagely like beard strokey manner, and I'm just like, yes, yes. I wish I was better at riddles.
Okay. Do you have questions for this person?
I have questions, but I do not dare ask this person anything more, because I feel like I could get psychic damage
Um,
from the Riddler
I mean,
over here.
I guess to
The
start with,
Riddler.
Dr. Seuss's evil twin. I don't know.
I guess we'll start with asking if they could point us in the direction of the one who committed the murder.
And she is like, "With bloodstained hands, somebody saw she who cannot speak. Within wait within she's like, when she speaks, you guys are enraptured. She is like, it's almost like it's almost like
Like a
she's
spell
casting,
almost.
Yeah, like I said, psychic damage.
It's like um within a fortnight.
Hey, Fortnite. Hey,
The,
yo.
within a fortnight, the assassin has spoken to the. My God, it's really fucking difficult to speak in riddles. um, within a fortnight, the seer was visited. Okay.
By whom was the wizard the seer visited?
Um,
That's what we're asking. I know blood-soaked hands and stuff.
so
Got that.
like
That's murder, for sure.
Mhm.
right?
That's murder for sure.
Well, I mean, since it was within a fortnight, it's probably related to the person that we already knew about that was having an argument with them, whose identity we don't yet know.
So she says, "Look for those in high places with voices aloud.
So birds.
Aloud, just with voices loud. Look for those in high places with voices loud. With ink and curiosity. Someone tried to pry. And the master of the seers might also have motive. Wow.
Are you like putting ideas into Chat GPT and being like, make this into a riddle?
Oh, jeez.
No, I'm not. I'm like literally coming up with this shit now on the spot.
I
am
believe
can
you.
tell
I believe
by
you.
the way he's talking.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't know if it was for effect or not at first.
You don't bring ChatGPT into this. How dare you?
I'm joking.
Every question
Psychic
I ask,
damage.
it's like one little piece of planet that is being chopped off.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
need exactly 4 hectares of rainforest burnt down for this one session.
Hectares? Oh my god, you're using like Bible
All right.
hectates, by the way. They're hectates, I think.
So
Maybe we should talk to the master seer then.
So the master of seers, look for those in high places and with ink and curiosity. Those are the 3 things that you said.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah, why don't we move on to the scribes so it's easier on Lenny.
Yeah.
Well, there's another
Fair.
seer. Maybe he knows more things.
Maybe he speaks in similes, not riddle.
Yeah. Maybe he speaks in Google Maps directions.
Yeah, that would be great, actually. Phenomenal.
Recalculator.
All right, yeah, let's
We
yeah,
could just
let's
take
try
it with us.
Fighting to a new
Go
route.
left.
Let's try
Mhm.
Rudolfo and see if he speaks in common instead of
Mhm.
riddle thesaurus.
Okay.
It's like the movie fucking Arrival, like we're having to figure out the language and how they're speaking it in a different way.
All right. So where are you going to go? Are you going to go to the scribes?
I thought the master seer, or what were the scribes doing? What was
The
special?
scribes are literally
They're
transcribing.
scribing right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we want to split up? I mean, I'm down to check out the other seer just to see if there's any potential information, any other information.
Who's the like Marjorie Taylor Greene of this world?
No.
Ooh, this scribe, this the seer.
Jin space lasers.
I'm just looking for those in high places with voices loud.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I got
Ugh.
dropped, or I dropped, or whatever. Something went wrong. Oh no.
Yeah. Shouldn't talk about
Okay.
people in high places like this. You got cut off.
Still not back yet.
Yeah, the FBI agent got to her.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to
Okay.
you go.
Maybe.
So where are you gonna? Yeah, what's up?
Okay, I'm back. Great. I was just looking for those in high places with voices loud, and that's kind of the direction I was thinking with that.
Okay, those in high places. Okay, so give me a second.
I'm kind of trying to get back in too.
Um. Yeah. So you go to whom? To the seer or
I'm just
or
asking you
okay.
if I know this information.
Oh, roll for history or investigation. Investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah. The only thing that you can think of those in high places is like maybe a noble of some sort.
Oh no, not again.
That's the only thing that So are you gonna go? Luckily, ChatGPT is actually now helping me.
Oh.
Um, I somebody suggested ChatGPT, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool idea. But
Okay.
Just to let you know, we're still dealing with. Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, I just missed your whole answer.
what? No, I said that the only thing when those in high places, when she says those in high places, you're like thinking maybe some sort of noble of some sort.
Yeah, that's what I was
That
getting
makes
at.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
Dear
Was-
Twister
And,
is kind of like, I'm too stupid to investigate murders. I'm just gonna be their security guard, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh well.
I have a negative modifier on it.
And we dropped again. Ugh.
What's really funny is like the other day in one of my in the live campaign that I was running, I had a murder mystery, and the only ones that could make it were all of the tanks, and it was like the slowest murder
Yeah.
mystery.
If you stop streaming stuff, I'm gonna unplug and replug in the router.
Would there be any reason to suspect anyone we saw at that?
Oh.
I'm forgetting the name of it.
I'm
but the
back.
church we were at.
Welcome back.
Hold on.
Welcome back.
There's multiple people talking. What is it, Brickton? Eights?
Is there any reason to suspect anyone who was at that church Nils and I were at earlier?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. You don't. So far, the Oracle has not
Perfect.
spoken about any god. So maybe you want to talk to another one of the oracles, or maybe or maybe talk more to the like the overseer of the House of Living Windows, or to one of the scribes.
Real quick,
Yeah, I'm down to.
I'm gonna go grab another smoke while Seaweed and Cat are trying to work out their technical problems.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, I don't have a heart out, but like I'd like to be out by 2 because I have like shit to do. So
Okay.
just so you
yeah,
know.
I gotta
No,
be
that's
done by
fair.
3 simply because I just want to have plenty of time to get ready for
No,
work.
we
and
get you.
whatnot. Yeah, I will be right back.
Okay, I mean, I guess
And you can
I'll
keep
I'll
going
approach
right now.
one of the
right?
Yeah.
I'm
scribes.
watching other streams on my phone.
Okay. So what? You guess, Laura, what?
I'll approach one of the scribes.
Okay. So the scribe you approach is like this mousy human, kind of short, little like tiny glasses with like those glasses that are like in did you guys see like Blue-Eyed Samurai?
I know the classes you're talking about.
Yeah, like little tiny and very very tiny lenses. He's like lowered on his nose, like, how can I help you?
Well, we're trying to investigate the murder of the seer, and we're wondering if you could provide any information to that.
Oh, I don't know much. Uh I mainly transcribe the things from the prophecies from Yggdrasil. I don't really transcribe. I used to not work with Ilma. I know that she was a very good seer and that she, prophesized some things that had come true. But no, I don't know like anything.
Do you know? Are you aware of any prophecies that she may have made that perhaps someone would not have wanted to be made public?
Oh, he's like, I don't know if she had any prophecies that might have been like in any way, shape, or form, uh, in any way, shape, or form, like dangerous. But many of the seers might have at some points prophecies that are, so to speak, uh, uh, unlikable, unpleasant. You know, these people have a gift which sometimes like brings omens.
What was the about 4 weeks ago? What was the closest prophecy to around that time that she made?
A fourth night, it's 2 weeks ago. Just so you
Out of- that math.
know. Uh, like, well, he had some clients in like the high society of old rhyme. I believe that they turned to her for political advice, I guess.
Again. God damn.
So it seems that what we need to be investigating is possible noble involvement.
Yeah. Do we have any info on the ones that were trafficking particularly there? And if this maybe some of them had like a reaction to getting that information, getting that like the vision told to them? Were any of them like acting up? Was there any like, you know? emotional
mean,
reaction that you.
A couple of nights ago, I
Chat,
heard.
I'm about to raid to you, by the way, so that we're taking up less bandwidth, and I'll stop streaming.
A couple of nights ago, I heard screams coming from her room. I don't know who it was. Maybe it was one of her clients.
Well, do you know their clients? Her clients at all?
Do I know if they were her clients?
No. Do you know who her clients are, particularly?
We are not. We are not, unfortunately, able to speak to the clients. We're not allowed.
But like, could you like identify one of them by the like screams
if
they
came
make?
in- if they came in, I would probably say that person works mainly with Yggdrasil or Yilma or Rodolfo.
Down.
Okay. Could you that person that got particularly emotional, could you describe that person? Do you have like any kind of description? If they're noble, they're probably well known in some way,
Well,
because people in nobility usually are,
well,
somewhat known, I would think, because they got money and stuff.
he was a human.
Okay, human.
He was very well dressed. He came dressed in silk. And I think he was upset about a prophecy.
Okay.
Whose
The
room
hair
is close to
color, any identifying features of maybe the face, any symbols?
Well, he is he is a blondish, ashen blonde hair, about average height, wore something like a bluish silk cape, and he looked a little bit like an asshole.
Ah, in what way?
Well, he
Demeanor?
looked like his demeanor,
General
was,
shape?
like he was, he was shaped like one of Dune's worms, just like a gigantic asshole tube.
Why did you not start with that?
He was mad
He's
because
a
the spike
giant
wouldn't
asshole
flow.
tube worm.
Okay.
No, he's like he had like an attitude like he is better than.
Okay, very
you,
arrogant.
Yes.
All right. Great. Love those types. Well, you have been very helpful. Thank you very much. You don't have a particular symbol that you remember, right? That wasn't. Nobles have symbols and stuff like.
Oh.
Like a coat of arms or perhaps a family crest.
Wait, was it an
He's
asshole?
No, hold on. Hold on.
Oh no, not again.
No, he does. He's like, well, the symbol was like this, and he draws a little symbol that looks like a triangle with two horns with wheels underneath. I don't know.
Thank
That's
you.
the symbol.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
that will be very helpful.
And anybody like roll for history?
Will do.
Everybody?
Yeah, let's just roll for it. Let's just
So
get
anybody
freaky.
anybody who has history. Okay, so
Oh no. Oh, well, that was not too
Let's
bad.
go.
Can we roll for Nillis?
then you recognize that you recognize that symbol. You've
Guys,
seen
I
it
could be right
around
back. I gotta restart my shit. I'm sorry. It's just being really
you've
annoying.
seen it around the city. It's the symbol of a family called the Thal family, Thal, Thal family. They run a bunch of they don't run anymore a bunch of markets. They used to be the owner of a bunch of like stores all around the city, which are now not they don't own anymore. You know that they are now owned by other people.
Okay. They got rich selling the former markets.
Well, yeah, they were owners of these stores, of this chain of stores, and the store still keeps the logo,
Okay.
but from what you know, from what you have gathered, they are no longer the owners of those stores.
What's the name of the stores?
Thal's Emporium.
Thousand Port?
Oh, you just missed out on going with Thalmart.
We don't have Walmart in New York, and I don't think they have them in Italy either.
I'm so proud that we don't have.
Wait,
a
do they
Walmart.
not have Walmarts downstate?
I mean, you gotta go like
Oh, you gotta go to Long
north of
Island or something.
Westchester, yeah, or like
Yeah,
Long
north of
Island or
Westchester,
something.
There's Walmarts, but like
Oh, damn.
pretty much like Yonkers down, there's no Walmart.
Yeah, or even like Upper Westchester
Yeah.
down. Also, you have to go
In-
north
not-
of like
I don't
way
believe
north
that
of
in Long
Yonkers.
Island there's a Walmart either.
I don't know. I don't spend a lot of time on Long Island, other than the fact that I live on Brooklyn, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, last time I was in Long Island was a while ago, but still, I don't know.
Oh, I can't remember the last time I was in Long Island. Probably.
I
'cause
have
wasn't-
never. I have never been to the Long Island suburbs. I've been to Queens to see a New York Mets game. That's it. Never been to Brooklyn.
Missing
Really?
out.
Nice,
Nope.
missing out.
I've been to Manhattan. I've been to the Bronx. And I've been to and I've been to Queens. I've never been to Brooklyn, and I have no desire to ever go to Staten Island.
Gotta go to Brooklyn.
But the vampires live there.
Staten Island is- Staten Island. is
Staten
the
Island.
Yeah.
Florida. It's the Florida.
Sorry, brain rot.
I know.
So yeah, do you want to go and speak to either the like the other seer or back to what's his name? Hold on. To Valoran?
Yeah, I think we should go talk to him again and see if we can get any information as to the visits from members of the Thal family.
Quick
Okay.
question for who we were just talking to. Is there any does anyone have a room next to hers? Like there was this argument in a room. Is there like someone who is a neighbor who could have heard this argument?
Oh, Rodolfo has the room next to hers.
Maybe we should talk to him next.
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay.
Okay,
So
good. That sounds a bit better.
I'm gonna go
Hi, y'all.
first,
Sorry about that.
Rodolfo, or the other one, or the Valoran.
The neighbor, right? What? Which neighbor? I thought.
The neighbor is the
I
other
guess
seer.
Rodolfo then.
Okay. Go and you go to Rodolfo. Rodolfo bows to you and says, "You seek answers."
It can't be him. He's so polite.
He's such a nice guy.
So polite. The bowing and everything. Wow.
I feel like, sorry, but I feel like Strig is actually Owen Wilson.
Wow. So fascinating. Wow. Wow.
So,
Wow.
I just point blank ask is, hey, was it the fall guy that killed him?
Fall guy.
He says he came wrapped in silk, but wore rust beneath. A name in his mouth like a blade in a sheath. He asked on the stars to rewrite the scroll, but fear what the ink might reveal of his soul. Not guilty, not clean, not cruel, but afraid. The lion that weeps when its crown is unmade. Thank you, ChatGPT. I love you so much right now.
Anyway, yeah, so it
Uh.
sounds like this Thal gentleman's the one what stabbed our seer.
I have a bad taste in
Maybe
my
not.
And he's like, he repeats, not guilty, not clean, not cruel, but afraid.
Or rather
I-
hired somebody. Mm.
When its crown is unmade.
Do you know what he wanted rewritten?
And he says again, he asked of the stars to rewrite the scroll, but fear what the ink might reveal of his soul. I'm going to put it here in the little chat so you guys know what he's saying. More coffee.
And
Sounds like he's-
sure wish I was decent at all at riddles.
What I'm getting is like this guy is a liar, but not the culprit.
What I'm confused by is like the mouth, the name, like a knife in the mouth type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Like what I'm getting there,
fuck does
like
that
a
mean?
blade in a sheath. So like sheath where you put the blade when you're not using it, like it fits really well. But it's also a weapon ready to be used at any time. So maybe like that, like the name is like powerful, like a powerful family or something that can be used as a weapon. I don't know.
You're on the right track. So why don't you roll for history or
Me
investigation?
specifically or everyone?
You specifically, and do it with advantage.
Okay. History, you said?
Or investigation, whichever is higher.
They're the
Can I also-
same.
Can I throw guidance on this? Can I throw a D4 or what is D4 on this?
I don't know if that's gonna do anything.
That's not gonna do anything
God
right
damn.
now because you rolled terrible. Because they rolled terrible. So, sorry. So, yeah, you are what Cat knows is what Lyral knows. In other words, is that you think that the name might have to do with his name, and that is like the powerful name might be like, like a knife. Like the fact that you have a powerful name might be like a weapon.
Powerful
and-
family.
yeah. And that not guilty, not clean seems to be like something that is like frees him of like guilt, like of yeah. So maybe he's not the one.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least what this oracle told you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, question. Is the only function of insight to see if someone's lying to me? Is that like the only thing that check does?
Well, it checks also the motives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
So if somebody, it's a lie, or if they're hiding something, if what's their motive, you know.
Or like
What-
emotions often. Like that's
Yeah,
what you
what-
use to read emotions typically.
What are they feeling? What are they really feeling? It's kind of like a
Vibe check.
less reliable version of read thoughts, like
Mhm.
of so what do you want to
Read
know?
vibes.
well, I mean, because like that's the only one I can think is even remotely applicable of my higher modifiers skills is insight.
Okay, and
Inside is super flexible. You just have to.
so insight you would have to do on, you cannot do insight on the prophecy, you would have to do on the person.
Because I mean,
Okay.
the only things that I have good scores in are basically insight, survival, and acrobatics. I somehow doubt that I'm gonna get much out of an acrobatics roll at any
No.
point during this murder investigation.
Hey, good
You do
blood
a
flow
very
makes you
good
help think
acrobatics roll,
better.
and the
I
person
think.
is so
I do
There's-
I do a backflip so impressive that they just confess.
he just stopped speaking in riddles. No, the thing is, by oath, they cannot not speak in riddles. So that's the entire thing.
So that'd probably mean they would lose their gift of prophecy if they just fucking said it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anybody else wants to? Well, see, Nillis would be useful now because she's the one that has the high investigation.
I can.
score.
Sorry, y'all. I was just trying to fix my shit, and it's still being annoying, but I'll deal. I can go, but it's been like crackling in my ears and stuff. It's been like I think a
You're crackling
USB
on our
issue. What did you
You're
say?
crackling. I said you're
On
crackling.
your
on-
end too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, it's like a
can
USB
cable.
or.
Yeah.
I just switched out to a new one, brand new. It's not that.
No, I meant like
that's
if
why,
if a power cable is touching the mic cable, it can also like distort that. You know.
I don't believe so. No.
Is that a euphemism
No.
for something sexual? Like the power cable
No.
is touching the.
No, it's just
No.
just a cable. The sexual is in
literal.
you. That's
No,
there.
there's
Yeah.
been
There.
an issue.
Get your mind out of the
lately.
And
gutter.
probably down there
I'm-
somewhere.
What I'm quite certain that it is it's like a USB bandwidth issue that I've been trying to adjust and figure out, and it happens occasionally. Like my mouse and stuff will disconnect as well. So like I'm trying to figure out why. Don't know yet. It happened after I installed the new GPU. Worst case scenario, worst case Ontario. I think it's it might be a processing power, not processing, but rather bandwidth issue on the motherboard itself is what I might be worried about. Is that like with the new graphics card installed, it can't, it doesn't have enough bandwidth for all the USBs. I think that's probably what it is, unfortunately, which means I need like a new motherboard.
Damn.
Sorry, I just want to explain that. It's been annoying me. Okay. So yeah, can I do investigation?
On the things, sure.
Wait, well, yeah. What were we talking about? Because they gave
The
new
riddle.
info, right?
You see,
Okay.
you
Yeah, I
see
see
the snippet of text. That's the prophecy.
Yeah. With advantage, right? Yeah.
No,
No.
not
Okay.
in your case.
Guidance?
Okay, then. I'll
You
take
can
the
get guidance from Brickton.
Yeah, I'll
Let's
do it.
do-
So it's a
all right.
D4. It added.
Okay. And then add a D4.
16, add a D4. Roll a D4.
There we go.
That's great.
Hell yeah.
So
Oh,
definitely.
I rolled as
you'll
Talia?
think that,
You've rolled a 20.
No, as Talia. Look, it says
I saw,
Talia
yeah.
rolled before. That's what I was saying.
he came wrapped in silk, but wore rust beneath. It means that, like, from what you understand, it's like, okay, so he was well dressed, but he's probably like a corrupt man inside. A name in his mouth and a blade, like a blade in a sheath, was like this person is somebody who uses his name as a weapon, as a
Mhm.
and he asked up the stars to rewrite the scroll. So there's like, she was asking Yilda to but he feared what the ink might reveal of his soul. He asked Yilda to rewrite one of her prophecies, and obviously that's not something that you could do. And not guilty, not clean, not cruel, but afraid, a lion that weeps when its crown is unmade. So he was probably some, like, very upset about his loss of status.
Mm.
But definitely he's not the murderer. So, or at least that's what this oracle is saying.
Yeah, it sounds like this guy's just a sad sack that we were looking at.
Do you want to ask him? Do you want to ask the oracle more questions, or do you want to move on to back to the scribe, or to the what's it called, the overseer? I don't remember the name that I gave it first. But basically, Valoran.
What'd you say? But basically, the other person's name, is that what you were just saying?
Valoran, yeah. Valoran is
Okay.
the hand of custodianship.
Gotcha. So, have we asked if there was anyone else that she may have known that she, like, actually we can ask well, no, we already talked to the scribes a bit, didn't we?
You talked to the scribe, yes.
Yeah.
The scribe told
Yeah,
you that it's that, like, what this person might have looked like.
Right.
You
But
didn't speak.
You're also saying definitely not the murderer too, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what the oracle says.
Right.
You can now roll for insight.
Yeah.
Who was it? Who was it?
Yeah.
Roll for insight, right?
Oh,
Fuck off.
well, you got
No
so
fucking
much
idea.
insight there, Birdzone.
You have
are a
no-
resident bad roller, though, by the
You-
way.
this is-
So.
I
If I
think
rolled
that is.
almost anything else.
Jeez.
I
That's not
think
better.
that the reason why you can't really see what is going on there.
We are being magically suppressed by some sort of higher power.
See, I got a
We're
plus
not
one.
allowed
See
to
what we
tell the
get.
motives of the
Not just
oracle.
out of
Damn.
wow, guys, y'all are rolling so fucking bad.
Mine would have been a 13 with modifiers for insight. And that would have been our high roll.
All right, getting
Zanak?
all the bad
Zanak
rolls out.
Oh,
Zanak rolls a 16, guys. Zanak rolls a 16.
All right, Zanak wins.
Zanak
Wow.
wins.
Oh,
I
shit.
mean, I believe this guy. Why would he lie? That's what he says.
Makes sense.
Why would he lie?
I'm like, I trust the big guy, actually.
He's like, did you cleanse the dice, by the way, Nilis?
That's what I just
Is
did,
that-
yeah.
That D20 just cleansing the
Like
dice?
you see them going up and up and up even in that set.
If only I was a cleric and had detect lie.
There we go.
Just for the record, Zanak, I don't know if you were here when I rolled for you.
I might not have been.
A second ago, I rolled for you for insight,
Oh.
and they had a bunch of rolls that were like a 7,
Terrible.
a 5.
Yeah, I
9.
see the log. They're all comically fucking bad.
And then you rolled a
I
16.
have a damn +6 in insight.
on
Down again.
insight you rolled a 16. So
Damn.
you said you trust the oracle. You trust the oracle. Whatever it says, like, okay, kind of looks like he's telling the truth.
I'm not the smartest dude on the planet, but I think we can trust this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's
So-
right. Insight's a wisdom skill, and I'm a little bit more wise than I am smart, at least.
Yeah.
Pretty smart.
You can get wise by
anything
doing a lot of
else?
stupid shit.
Anything else you want to ask the
Well-
anything else you want to ask the guy?
Yeah, is there anyone that we would know, like? I think we've asked a lot of it, but like that she might need to owe anyone money to, or anyone that might want to hurt her, or might have wanted to hurt her.
He says this.
I'm going to roll investigation ahead of time to understand these dopes.
He came with hands that bleed no ink and eyes that never pause to think. His quill was drawn without request, a thief of dreams, a mind's unrest. He drank of the truth, but left no wine, and craved his name where none align. No death he brought, but silence torn, a page to file, a whispered shorn.
And I rolled 19 for investigation.
All right. So, yeah, the first thing that you know is that this person is not the killer, but
Okay.
it's somebody else who tried to get something from the victim. And that is probably somebody that works with ink.
Scribe.
Because it talks about a quill.
Mhm.
He was looking for some knowledge that he craved his name where none align, and like he was desperate for renown, and he's looking for some supernatural knowledge.
Okay, we have a scribe looking for forbidden knowledge.
Where can we find this person? What's their name?
He looks at you and does this.
Here.
Okay.
Got it. Anyways, I'm glad I always do the riddles off of the paper.
Doesn't speak. He cannot speak in plain words. That is his
You can
entire
use a name. You can use a name.
Describe
That's
the
where
name
would
in the
work
riddle.
Yeah.
He's like,
Damn.
The first letter of every line spells the name.
I turn to Leoril and I go, I think I'm all out of quarters.
What?
I said, I think I'm all out of quarters.
Out of quarters.
Okay,
Maybe
wait.
all
The
out
first,
of-
the first letter of
Can't
every
really say
line
anything else.
that would come to ha ha hana. Is there any Hannah or ha ha Hannah out there? If we look at the last thing, that's Hannah.
A very
Hannah.
classic Faerunian name.
Hannah.
So the
Just
only
a
other
very
thing
happy
I can do
Hannah.
is maybe, uh, maybe speak to maybe go investigate the room again, or maybe speak to
Hannah.
to
The Thal people. Or no.
no, to the my god, I cannot fucking remember this guy's name to save my life. To Valoran.
I can remember that
I
name
am
because
so
of the
bad
game.
with fucking riddles. I am sorry that I am no help here.
You're in character.
Yeah, no,
Don't
literally.
worry.
Not just in character, in real life too.
No, I know, but
It's easier to roleplay that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
My character has to be bad at riddles just because I'm bad at riddles.
If
Sad.
I have the riddle solving capability of like a 6-year-old, so
Mhm.
I still try to force the cube shape in the circle thing. I'll make it one day.
no, they all go in the square hole.
Yeah, true. I know what you mean.
So what do you guys want to do?
I mean, well, okay, so the scribe that we talked to before was a scribe for that first seer that we were speaking to. Maybe we should talk to the scribe for the dead seer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, that's a good idea. All right. So you go and you walk to the other scribe. This is a woman, a human woman, and she's like, "How can I help you?"
Well, to your knowledge, are there any of the prophecies of the victim that are missing? Or perhaps defaced in some way?
She's like, "Huh. Well, I know that she had a prophecy, which I never got the order to transcribe. I know that she had it because I heard her speaking words. I didn't hear what she said, but I know that she woke up in the middle of the night after a dream, and she began yelling. Although she was not saying words because she was not able to speak, but she began yelling, and like I know that she started writing something, but I never got the order to transcribe that whatever she wrote.
Do you
Transcribe or translate?
do you know where that thing she wrote down went?
Not really. I don't know, but if anybody would know, it would probably be Valorant because he's the one that assigns us the things, the prophecies.
Okay. And that's not she wouldn't keep that to herself. She would tell Valorant that.
Well, I would assume Valorant knows most of the things that happen in this house.
Okay. That's it from me.
She's like very happy to comply. She's open.
Um, No, I think that's probably our best lead that we're gonna get out of that. So I guess we go talk to Valorant again.
Yeah.
Uh, the thing said before was also that the Master Seer might also have motive. So, you know.
The what?
Actually, the master
The
seer.
master eyes might also have motive. That was said before. I wrote that down.
So
Don't gaslight
yeah,
me.
you can talk to Valoran, who is like the the steward of the house. He's like the kind of like the boss that makes sure that and yeah, he's like, how can I help you?
I don't know.
Well, it appears that our victim had at some point began writing down a prophecy that was never passed to their scribe. Would you know anything about this?
Well, the seers. First and foremost, you have to understand that Yilma did not write; she drew. The second thing is that a lot of the times they have visions that are not quite real. Sometimes they have just how would you call it? Misfires.
Yes, but
So probably this was
we
one of
have
the misfires.
reason to believe that perhaps one of these missing from quite recently may have something to do with their murder.
Oh, well, if it was me investigating, I would definitely uh, look into one of her clients. People are can get very like picky when very testy when he's hiding something.
Is it possible that we is there a possibility that we can get a list of her clients?
Oh, sure. And he goes and it's like you guys are in his office at this point. He opens a drawer. He's trying to be careful to not open it too much. Can you roll for perception?
Who are you asking for?
All of us.
I can do it. Oh, all of us? Okay.
Whoever has the highest
I'll
perception.
Okay.
I have +5.
+2. Oh.
Oh well, there we go.
I
String,
think we'll got it.
notice that below he takes out a piece of paper, and below the piece of paper there's a big tome
Mm-hmm.
that is it's not a tome exactly. It looks like more like a journal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he gives you the list of like, here's a list of all of our clients, and you notice the first thing you notice is that there is a Jafir Tal, which is the nobleman that you probably heard. There's a few other members of the Thal family, and there's like other names that you have never heard of. About 10 or 15.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm trying to word this very carefully. So I look at him with like a sort of a soft expression, right? Trying to look quite friendly when I say this. We more or less have confirmation that Thal was not the one behind the murder. And I'm just curious as to why you would want to push us in that direction.
Roll for performance for me. He is a little like he doesn't seem to take it like nicely. It's like, well, I am just doing my job here. What are you like insinuating?
I'm not insinuating anything.
Can
It's just you appear to not be telling the whole truth. And unfortunately, to get this mystery solved, we must know the whole truth.
Well, I told you all I know. What do you want?
Do you
while
want to
they're
tell us again in a zone of truth?
while they're talking, since Strick saw the journal, Strick would like to quietly slip past them and get a
Roll for
peek
stealth.
inside that journal. Yeah.
Roll for stealth and do it with disadvantage because you're directly in his view.
But I'm Whittle. Okay, sorry. I tried.
What if?
Oh!
Shit.
I'm
Alright.
very Whittle.
I said
16.
roll with disadvantage. Roll
Okay.
twice.
Oh,
Lowest.
oh,
what this other one is.
disadvantage.
Maybe it won't be a crit.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's fucking
We
just got
disgusting.
I did too quick.
He's like,
Can I get a help action so I
Excuse
just get
me?
the 25? Can't you
"Excuse
just stand
me,
in front of me? Fuck.
Okay,
What
wait.
do you
but-
think you're doing?
Ah,
When?
What do you think you're doing? I'm sorry. Why are you sneaking around?
I'm walking
have to
around.
warrant, like,
Excuse
somebody-
me? What do you mean sneaking?
Well, you're trying to hide behind the big guy there.
Hiding?
Trying to look into my
And then-
drawer.
okay.
What are you?
okay, wait a minute. I snap my talons. But you are hiding behind your words.
Zone of truth.
Can I say, how about we stop accusing other people of stuff and go back to the real problem at hand here and roll an intimidation check to kind of imply that maybe I might beat this person up if they don't tell us the whole truth.
Maybe I beat you
All
up?
right. All right. That's okay. What do you?
This is
Wait,
one
wait.
of the crazy
Who
directions.
has zone of? Cat. Who has zone of truth? Does anybody have zone
I do.
of truth?
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
Oh. You cast zone of truth.
I'm asking him if he's willing to say that in a zone of truth. Or like talk to
There's
us.
no need for that. Why would I need for that? This is like
Just for
you should
extra
be going
security.
after-
Just in the
you should
abundance of
be going
caution.
after the real culprits, not me. I'm just like a
I
steward
can
here.
cast it
Can
again.
I just give this dude a dead eye stare and be like, get in
Roll-
the
roll
zone
for
of truth?
Roll for intimidation.
What the
Start going,
fuck?
Oh, no!
Your pants fall down.
Guys, the digital dice
What
really
if
fucking
I
hate me
say,
today.
I'm serious. Get in the zone of truth, and I try to intimidate him.
I give the help
Alright, roll for
action. I plaster myself up. Make myself real big.
You pick his pants up.
Can I try to intimidate him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Do I have that advantage from Strig?
I gave the help action.
Did he try to? Did he give you the help action?
Yeah, that's so
Okay,
helpful.
Thank you, Strig.
No, that didn't work. That worked.
We are just falling all over
All
each
right,
other in
let's
this.
go. Thank you, Strig.
Y'all are like so sucky at rolls right now. It's like quite comical.
It's painful.
The Stooges are
Yeah.
in
And
this
I cast
office.
Zone of Truth around us.
Yes, you can. Now,
I'm gonna ask about magic being used here.
I will give you this. I will give you this. If you do a DC 15 stealth check, you will be able to cast Zone of Truth surreptitiously.
What do you mean by that?
So he won't notice.
He won't notice that
I'm
you are actually.
telling him that he needs to tell us this stuff in a zone of truth.
Well, you're saying, hey, what if I cast Zone of Truth and you say, and then we ask you the questions?
Mm-hmm.
And this is asking somebody more or less to go through a what do you call it? A lie detector
Polygraph?
machine. Yeah,
But it's
good
more
one.
reliable, basically.
well, yes, it's absolutely more reliable. But you are asking them, would you be willing to say that under oath, or would you be willing to go through a polygraph while you say these things?
Mm-hmm.
And he is saying there's no need for that. So he's not agreeing.
And then I intimidated him into it, didn't I?
No, you didn't. 12
Didn't you roll a 1?
didn't do it for him.
Oh, the 12 didn't
Oh.
do it?
No.
Okay.
After
you
someone
can
of
cast
us already
Zone of
dropped the
Truth
pants or
You can do
whatever.
a DC 15.
Stealth, you
DC
said?
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. Oh, so close.
Who has to do stealth
He's
for?
like,
That
There was
hurts.
I do.
myself to that, and he literally storms out. You have Zone of Truth, but he literally storms out of the room.
Oh, well.
Okay, well, he left the room. Let's check the journal now.
Should I chase it?
Okay. He-
Should I chase him
Good.
down and tackle him? Carry him back here?
he's,
no.
Calm
The
down,
journal
big
is
guy.
still isn't the
Good thing.
journal still in the
They're not.
chest?
Zanat, roll athletics.
I'm asking the others, do you guys want me to do that?
Go for it.
No, wait. Let's check the journal first.
You can do
All right,
that
well,
while
you
we
don't
check
have
the
that much-
journal.
You don't have that.
Computers.
You don't have that much time. You check the journal like he's out. He
Yeah.
tackles him. He tackles him right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, well, fuck, yeah, let's go for both. We'll
Yeah.
check the
All right,
journal
I'm
while
rolling
Zanat
out.
goes and tackles
Check
him.
the journal.
15. Or no, 22 after I keep
22.
forgetting about the 1.
You
22.
literally football tackle him like he is like a member of like he plays in the Royals, not the Royals, the fucking Chiefs, and
I love that we're,
like
impersonating police officers and tackling people.
and
Okay. Okay, but we're
And,
also
well,
solving a murder mystery, so
yeah, and you Bird Sound, you go to the thing, to the drawer, and you find the journal, and you realize that the journal is a record of all of the prophecies that have ever been made. And he's like, no, please, if they find that book, they will fire me. It's highly forbidden.
okay, well
Oh?
I scroll to the to what would be the last one, or around when that unscribed
Yeah,
prophecy would
it's
be.
you see a drawing that would, like, it's a drawing. You don't really know what the drawing means. You would have to go back to the scribe and she can translate it for you, but it's a drawing. And the drawing, like, you go back to the scribe. Sorry, let's because
Well, okay,
you go
so
back-
yeah, let's have Deer Twister hold that guy,
Yeah.
so that way he doesn't fuck around and mess anything up, and then we go
Yeah, I'm
back
not letting go of this guy.
to the victim's scribe and see if she can translate it for us.
yeah, he says she would have destroyed us. She would have destroyed us. So, basically, the elf tells you that his interpretation of that drawing is that the hold on. Just give me a second. The basically he interpreted as the scribe the house of whispers, the house of living whispers would overtake the would help the noble faction to overtake the jinns, and he knows that if that were to happen, if that prophecy were to go out, he would like they would close out the house of living whispers. That's what he thinks. However, when you actually go to the scribe, essentially the prophecy says that the prophecy, from what she can tell, can be translated more or less like this. A book that breathes, a god that dreams. The chains are cracks, the lock is screams. The one who sings without a song will bring the stillness all along. This is what the prophecy, the last prophecy of, and you don't quite know what it means, but you know that a book that breathes and a god that dreams is like some sort of dark god, maybe. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna give you right now.
Well, I
If
mean,
any
it sounds
Arcana or whatever.
it sounds like it might be related to the cult.
Potentially.
It sounds like, doesn't it?
Hmm.
I can help action anybody that wants to actually roll investigation.
Nillis?
Investigation check or
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
you.
yeah. Okay. With advantage then?
Yeah.
Investigation.
Oof.
Oh my god.
My God, guys, this is crazy.
I can't believe it! 1 and 2! Oh my goodness.
Guess
Alright, well, it is
guess
hurting.
guess the rolling out the bad numbers doesn't work, huh? Weird.
Not today.
Well, we rolled out the bad numbers and then you rolled a fuck ton more dice. You rolled out all our good numbers.
Obviously, that's how it happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have no idea. All you can muster is that it is probably related to the cult. You don't know exactly how. While you're hold on.
Holding.
Holding on. Please hold.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so
Wait, who
As
the
you
hell
were-
still uses "Girl from Ipanema" as their hold music?
Why not?
Same,
could-
it's a really old song.
I could listen to that forever.
Anyway, go ahead, Lenny.
No, just a second.
Dum,
Um,
da, da,
so,
da,
okay,
da,
so
da, da.
while you're still trying to figure out this riddle, the Dragonborn Oracle like turns her head up, her eyes go completely white, and she's like, "Not a true prophet, but one that walks this earth under this roof. He shall be seen. That is the person you are looking for."
We turn and go, well, that was weird.
That sounds like we just made our arrest.
Oh no, not again.
I don't know about that.
Oh, she's
There's-
like the oracle. So the guy is like the as soon as you so
Okay.
the elf that is the steward of the house, Duskbow, he's like, "I killed her because her prophecy would have killed us, would have destroyed the house." And as soon as the oracle speaks, the first scribe that you talk to grabs the book that he is working on and tries to run out.
Okay,
Time to
my
grab.
turn to tackle, I think.
Okay.
Your twister gonna go for him?
No, Deer
think
Twister's still
Bird
holding
Sound
the
is.
other guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
'cause Bird
off.
Sound would be our next best tackler.
You do
Hey,
not.
I was gonna tell Tal
Actually,
gonna-
wait.
as he
Wait.
goes off, I'm gonna have Talia run after.
I
to keep an eye.
actually... Wait, can I use my haste powers to improve that in any way?
Your haste powers.
From the Chronomancer's pocket watch.
Hmm.
Can you remind me what it does? Because I don't.
It casts haste.
Well, haste is a full action.
Okay, so no.
we would have, okay, hold on. Wait. Roll for initiative.
Okay, and
Are we all rolling initiative?
First, you go first. You can now try to tackle him.
okay.
I think just Bird Sound.
Gotcha.
Okay, now, like, no advantage or anything?
Nope.
Okay, still not great. All right.
Yeah, no, you don't manage. He slips your hands and he's faster than you.
Was it possible for Talia to run after?
Sure.
Okay.
Do a dexterity check. Sorry,
From Talia?
sorry, do an athletics check. My bad.
Okay.
Athletics.
Well, that's gonna suck, but okay. Better, but because she has -3 athletics.
Yeah, so that's he gains ground on Talia.
Oh, he does.
you have-
Okay.
Or you
Can I-
completely out of yourself.
Can I roll initiative and do something too?
Sure.
All right.
Let's all roll initiative.
Alrighty.
All right, let's do this.
I was waiting for the time. It's nice that we get one in. Oh, okay.
Initiative. Or am I in a different room still holding that other guy?
Yeah.
You're still holding the other guy, but yes, you are in a different room technically. Yes. So Nihilus went first. Bird Sound already went. Liro.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. What do I have for good spells?
I have Misty Step, but I just have to see. Wait, Misty Step. Yeah, that does something.
You can Misty Step and try to tackle him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just deciding what I want to do. Ooh, I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on him.
Right.
Ooh, also great.
That's such
That's
a
a good move.
classic spell.
It's
What's your-
great.
what's your DC?
Is my DC? It would be Wisdom modifier +8 +3, so that would be 16.
Well, you can if you click on it doesn't tell you your DC here. God damn.
I
it.
don't know where to find it, but I know how to do the math.
Yeah, if you click on the little gear next to your Tasha's Hideous Laughter, there it'll tell you the DC. It's a wisdom.
Yeah, it's DC 16 Wisdom.
He fails, he starts laughing and falls
And he's
down.
prone.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. So you can now get him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just pick him up as he's cackling.
Now we're out of initiative, I guess, since he's like prone anyway.
And
right?
you can now get him to confess.
Excellent.
Okay.
Intimidation?
So there's no way to run,
Yeah, do we
buddy.
need a
How
intimidation
about
or...
I would like to persuade him, because like he's already on the ground laughing. Buddy, wait, just confess, at this point. Like wait.
Roll for persuasion.
All right.
You can even get somebody to help you.
Is this other room within earshot of where
yeah.
Knock is like holding this
Thank
guy?
you. Wait.
Well, I assume that you
advantage.
probably just followed less quickly behind us.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the 21. Give up.
He says that basically
He's laughing the whole time.
yeah, he's laughing, but he confesses that he works for the cult. This cult met with Grace and then bought most things for tomorrow. Yay. That he works for this cult. That what they are the cult is trying to do is to bring bring back to life a dead god, and that is why they are opening all these planner like gaps, these planner portals, because they are looking for the dead god. And he knows exactly who Bird Sound is, because when that happened, the cult eventually, like everybody in the cult knew about it. Just so you know, they are looking to undo the mistakes, is what he says. In other words, kill you. And what he was looking for he went into Yilda's room, Yilma's room, to find a particular piece of knowledge that would help him open one of these portals. Unfortunately, he was not able to. He didn't find anything. So that's all.
He said that all while giggling and peeing his pants.
All of that. He is
Okay.
giggling and peeing.
Finally, I found a use for something I've been carrying on my person since session fucking 1. I slapped that bitch in manacles.
Nice.
Let's go.
Okay.
What is it again?
Also, the other guy who actually killed the prophet.
I believe I have 2 pair. Let me.
Are you gonna rest both?
Yeah,
All right.
What are you hitting them with?
manacles.
Manacles. We told them that we were detectives, didn't we?
Yeah, but what are manacles?
Handcuffs.
Cuffs.
Oh, okay. I've never heard that.
Are they fuzzy?
They're
Are they
the
like-
They're from the
Brienne.
prison.
Yeah. Like session 1, we looted the prison
Yeah, I
as we were escaping.
Yeah,
I remember, yeah. And you got them. That's funny.
Because I knew that there would be some point where they come in fucking handy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're gonna find out more about this,
Sunglasses, by the way, and it goes like them looking
more about the cult
side.
and about what Elgin and Addie have been up to in the last thing, and then you're gonna find out. You're gonna have a little bit of a adventure in trying to rescue the Ginny's daughter.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
We gonna have a
All right.
session soon?
We're gonna have a session
Yeah,
hopefully
hopefully
soon.
much more soon.
Not next
Oh, yeah.
And I'll put a
Not next week.
So
for
like
those-
this year is soon, right? So
yeah,
Better be.
I'm just checking what like
So-
soon is a
Uh,
loose term.
It's been quite a
Also,
while since we last
think-
played this. That's right.
Yeah, a couple things. So if y'all wanna play BG3, maybe being in the same time zone or somewhat in the same time zone.
yeah.
would be
I'll be
better.
able to play. I've been playing a bit.
I have no
So-
time zone related responsibilities, so
All right,
yeah.
cool. All righty.
I'm pretty busy,
Um,
but sometimes I find time.
Okay, I would love that. I've never played in person, like in multiplayer, so I would love. And again, I know the game like so well. Like I know
Yeah,
the game.
I can
way too
imagine.
well.
I've
Oh,
never
by the way,
played.
I
I
found
want to
a
try it.
way to kill Orin. I found a way to kill Orin without fighting. It was great, amazing. Last time I did it, you know who Orin is, right?
Yeah.
Anybody? Orin.
But the others probably don't yet.
Okay, everybody, drop off.
Okay, bye.
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 No, I'm just kidding.
Relax.
I'm just kidding. When you can literally yeet some of the bosses off a fucking cliff.
I've done
with-
that before with the guy that by Aelin and trying to do something to her.
Yeah,
I polymorphed him and threw him off. That
Oh
I
yes,
poly-
yes, I did that too.
I found the cheesy way of doing it, polymorphing him into a sheep and pushing him off.
Yeah.
But you know,
Beautiful.
You can do silly, janky things like in D&D, in Baldur's Gate. There,
Yeah,
I definitely
there's
feel like a lot of it is like I need to like think a little bit more tactically and not run in or just do something silly like that, and that can really.
I've been watching people do like an entire speed through in 18 minutes.
Yeah, no, I heard there's an
Like,
18-minute
so
feature
they-
that's crazy.
There's
Nice.
because like they obviously use a lot of the glitches. Like for example, in the
Right.
Nautiloid in the first scene, you can jump from the very first room directly into the room where in the last room because there's a glitch. So you can use a jump
Damn.
there, and that's yeah. By the way, Evie, do you
Crazy.
still work at Alamo?
No, unfortunately, I lost that job a while ago. I've been looking for work, but
Oh,
and then they were on strike for a little bit. They just got all their jobs back, which is really cool.
nice.
Not me
Oh,
though.
no,
I got before the strike, unfortunately.
yeah. All right, guys. I
But yeah,
shall.
I'll put up a schedule. Hopefully, we can in this month or next.
Hmm
I would
Yeah,
like to be
just
playing
let me
against
know,
you.
and I will like make sure I like fucking set an alarm and a reminder on my phone or something. Because I like knew like all week I was telling myself, yeah, that's right, we got D&D on Saturday. Yesterday I stayed up really late playing Path of Exile, and
that was
then
that
I
part.
totally forgot we played D&D. And then at like 9:30, I got woken up by my girlfriend screaming because she had a really bad leg cramp. And then I was like, all right, oh man, geez. And I was like in 8 days, and I was like, all right, I gotta go like walk the dog, do a bunch of other
Yeah, good
stuff,
boss.
totally forgetting that we had a 10 a.m. start time.
Yeah,
So my bad.
but no, it's all good.
Because I like guys. Look at this. Look at this fucker.
I'm looking at it. The link.
Oh, where is? Oh yeah, that's right.
What about it?
It
Did you take it from
cities
this?
for you.
Or?
This is how I created this city, by the way.